with the North American Simulation Racing Association, featuring online leagues like the DSR Electric, Blanchard towing and recovering Xfinity, concerns of police survivors. Jacob and Wesley bringing you all the commentating. Is there beef? Is there beef? This racing is so exciting. They rock the NASRA network. That Beagle's cracking them up in the background. It is racing at Atlanta. It is racing at Talladega. Never turn right. Woo! Go, baby, go. Don't you curse tonight. As a Brady, the boss man is Lexington. Oh dear, let's go racing. Cody out with all the graphics. Jeff Merck pulling all the facial reactions. Jordan is spoken like DD for iracing and a wide crane. And we're gonna have fun right now in this moment. Let's race, let's green light and go. Let's enjoy the race. Like and subscribe, so to see the unicorn.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. If your lawn sprinkler controller is more than 5 years old, give us a shout today. We'll come out and take a look, give you a evaluation, get you set up for a new Wi-Fi enabled smart controller. We can monitor this from our office for you. Give us a shout. We'll come out and take a look. Let's upgrade your controller. It'll save you water. We can save you up to about, we're averaging 47 to 51% with our clients. Feedback we're hearing from us. So give us a shout today. We'll glad to come out and take a peek. Talk to you soon. Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. If you have an outdoor project that we could help you with, we have 0% financing for a year. So if you have a project, you won't be using your money, why not use our money? It doesn't cost you anything. Now's the time to be thinking about that project you always wanted to get done. It might be a lawn sprinkler, might be outdoor lighting, might be drainage, and or maybe outdoor holiday lighting that you need help with. Now's the time to be thinking about that. Give us a call at the office, 410-721-2342, or hit the link below to find out more about TLC's financing options.
TLC is the best in lawn sprinklers, outdoor lighting, holiday lighting, yard drainage, and more. Let us take care of your project. Get your free, no obligation estimate from TLC today.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. Hope you guys are enjoying this race. Let's take it down to the booth and get updated on what's going on.
Two more races remain in the quest for the inaugural season of the NASRA Cup Series. TLC Incorporated and Premier Racing Setups presenting this event, and we welcome you to the virtual Phoenix Raceway, the final race in the semifinals. And at night's end, the championship will be decided for 6 drivers who will battle it out next week for the title. Welcome to coverage on the NASRA 360 Racing Network, and tonight is the ServPro 150. I am Wesley Outland, joined alongside is producer and color commentator Biggles Dean Hopton, my buddy in Australia. And Dean, it all comes down to this. If you're going to make an opportunity to run for the championship and join guys like Jeff Merck, you've got to find a way to survive tonight. You need to win tonight if one of these drivers are not in the win column already. And of course, then we decide who will be the champion next week. Good evening.
Yeah, it's crunch time, isn't it? This is when you're going to get even more nervous. You certainly were nervous last week, and the driver's going to be more nervous. Apart from Jeff Merck, he'll have a little bit more breathing space than the rest of those fast 12. But yeah, it's all to play for, my friend. This is what playoffs are all about, Wes.
They certainly are, man, and there it is. And I will tell you this much. Even though Tristan Bruce won last week, Dean, he's not in the championship 6. If he's going to win this thing, he's going to have to do it by virtual points. Bottom line.
Absolutely. That's what it's going to come down to. And points are crucial because you've got stage breaks and stuff like that. Get those wins. That's going to help you. And you don't necessarily have to get a race win. Get the stage break wins, which, of course, I'll show you those details right now. We are in the Gen 6 cars. Stage 1, lap 30. We'll have a caution. Stage 2, lap 75. And then go all the way, my friend, to 150. How about that for tyres? 5 of them. 75% fuel capacity.
Yeah, I mean, you got that first sprint that's going to be about 30 laps or so, and then you add on the run for 45 laps to take us to the halfway mark, and then 75 laps. And you got a feeling there'll be a green flag pit stop thrown in there because of the length of that portion of the finish of the race. And then, obviously, it's every man for themselves to see where they end up. As we see drivers on the racetrack right now, we take a look at the weather conditions. And it is just about 7 o'clock. 4 mile an hour wind speed, and the virtual sim temp is 79 degrees. Track temp is 79. Air temp is 77. And obviously that is mimicking what we have on this March 26, 2025 here, Dean.
Yes, Wesley, we'll get a little bit of a geezer at some of our fantastic drivers that have provided our cam. We have 4 drivers here this evening. That's Clapper Cam. Clap on, clap off, Clapper Cam, of course. Look at the guns that Justin Clapper has, my friend. Yep. We want to get an arm wrestle with that man. We have Joshua Suss, always providing his cam there as well, too. You can see he's wide-minded.
Not on the skull gloves tonight. Look at them. Got the skull gloves on. The skull bones.
He's bringing his A-game here tonight. And everybody's got to bring their A-game. And, of course, we have, where's Buzz? Buzzy's out on track. Buzzy's sitting down. Where are you, Buzz? Why have I lost Buzz?
Buzzy Mongold, the 97.
Yeah.
He's in,
97.
I don't think he's popped in yet. There he is.
Pit road, but
yep.
We do have Buzz Cam. There he is. There, Buzz. Oh, he must have heard us. He's popped out. I feel like Woody calling out for Buzz, right?
Buzz! I found the spaceship, Buzz!
I found the spaceship. Of course, welcome everybody in the chat. Of course, tonight, bringing it here for the ServPro 150 in the playoffs. This is just a warm-up session. The drivers have concluded their qualifying. We'll get the grid coming up once this session finishes in about 10 seconds, I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It'll be fun and exciting to watch, no doubt. And we're glad you're here to join us as we've got a fun 150 miles here tonight on the NASRA 360 Racing Network.
Hey, have some fun, my friend, because it
Yes,
doesn't
sir.
matter. Car, you get a new car waiting for you down pit road when the race starts.
Oh, boy. Yeah, it's going to be a good one, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just about ready to to turn them loose here at the Phoenix Raceway. And before we do that, Dean, let's tell you a little bit about the track dimensions about this racetrack, because this is a very unique racetrack. Obviously, Phoenix Raceway is a 1 mile, 1.6 kilometer racetrack. It is a tri-oval with 3 turns. Look at the track map. It's 3 turns. However, they still say there's still 4 turns. The banking is turns 1 and 2, 9 degrees. Turn 3 and 4, 11 degrees. There's a dog leg past the start-finish line before you turn back into the first and second turn. The front straightaway is 9 degrees. The back stretch is 3 degrees. And it is a fun racetrack. Again, the track is known for its backstretch kink, which is now the front straightaway. Because remember, the track was reconfigured, Dean. And now the dog leg is a part of the front straightaway, and that is the facility that we are going to be racing on tonight.
Good seats up here at the moment. I like how you say you remember. I'm really new to oval racing, basically new to it since I joined up with this fantastic NASRA network. There's the Cactus Cam. Hello, giving us a little bit of a wave. That's at the start-finish line where Barney will be waving his flag. How many of those caution flags will be waving tonight? I'm not quite sure, Wes, but what I can tell you is what our grid's going to look like.
There we go. Let's introduce the starting lineup, ladies and gentlemen, and let's get ready to go racing here tonight at the virtual Phoenix Raceway, as it looks like this tonight. Jonathan Cofield back from fishing. He was fishing on Monday, remember? He's back from his fishing trip. He's ready to go. He's on the front row, ready to go in this event again here. So all of this is happening on the front row. There we go. Anything now. Jonathan Cofield, Michael Larch on the front row number 1, Tristan Bruce and Garrett will make up row number 2. It is Bo Tiffany, Brian Chu for row number 3, Andrew Alzowski. Boy, I'm getting tongue-tied tonight. Andrew Alzowski and Justin Clapper. Row 4, Matt Holmes, Tony Burleson, Jackson Wade, and Buzzy Mungo. Your first 6 rows there.
You're going over to the Redneck, Jacob Reeves there with Dean Aldine and Robert Walton, Jeffrey Johnson, the second Bossman Cody, 13. Also Brandon Hall, Joshua Cornell, and Joshua Sussel in the Joshua Law Firm, battling it out there. And Bo Condon, Murph Pookie back there, but the man can come through the field. They even starting in 22nd, and then Brandon Schumann to round out dual grid there. And our race control will be the man himself, Mr. Justin White, is going to get ready to go. You were breaking up a little bit there, Wes, but we'll get that sorted out during the commercial break, because I think we know how to fix that, my friend.
Sorry about that. We better now, hopefully. Oh,
yep. Well,
nonetheless, Cofield and Larch.
Go ahead.
That's right. We're about ready to go. Ready to get this thing started. Here's that unique front straightaway here at Phoenix. Watch them coming to the line. Green flag is in the air. And we're underway in the ServPro 150 here at Phoenix. The semifinals are underway.
Get up the speed, get up the temperature, and drive your pants off there like Jonathan Caulfield has, trying to get a little bit of a gap over Tristan Bruce. Is up 1 place. The only thing I dislike about the dog legs, of course, is that it's a little bit more difficult for the cameras to kind of capture all the action because they're spread out all over the track. It's fussy.
So far, so good indeed as they work their way now back off of completing the first lap. It's Jonathan Cofield, now the man up in front. There you got Tristan Bruce in second. Remember what he told us last week. If he can't make it in by winning races, Dean, he's got to get in by virtue of points. Points are going to be a lot on the line that we're going to be watching tonight for that number 23. At least one of those drivers a couple of laps into it now. But right now, he's in that second position in stage 1.
Points are crucial, as you mentioned, Leslie, and action going. I'm seeing a bit of door banging, I'm seeing a bit of bumper riding, wall riding, and all sorts of jazz that are happening. But so far, so good. They are pointing in all the right direction. A couple of moves actually wait now from P9. 3 wide action back here too, Wes.
Working back down into the third turn. Here they come back to the line. It is Cofield in the lead. There's Bruce in second spot, Larch in third. Look at now, Jacob Reeves, the redneck announcer. He's in the Dirty Dozen spot right now, battling with Burleson. Alzewski's in front of them, and they work their way back to the line. Another lap on the board. Jeff Burke, you're on board with him. He's already going to the championship race next week. He's just having a fun night here in the Cactus City.
Yeah, Cactus Camp side by side there with who's that? Buzzy Mongol perhaps, but Jeff Burke, of course, could be spoiling the party for some of these other drivers if he takes away the race win here. So that's crucial to keep eye out for Pookie there, and he's up 9 positions, slicing and dicing his way through the field.
Yeah, certainly keeping an eye on all of this as we work their way back across for another lap completed. Lap number 6 of 30. Remember, 5 laps completed now. When they come to the line, it is stage number 1. Cautions will be displayed at the end of every stage tonight. And obviously operating the Gen 6 car, the newest Cup car on the NASCAR schedule right now, working their way. It's Cofield. We're watching Brian Chu, Justin Clapper. They're having a nice little battle amongst themselves. Keep an eye on Mr. Restrictor Blake. And kind of a raw deal for the Toyota number 51 machine of Brian Chu in the Cup Series. But right now, just kind of being patient. There's that long apron racetrack there that we talked about. Remember back in the day, Dean, the back straightaway used to be where the front stretch is now. And that used to be the dog leg off of turn 2. Not anymore. That dog leg now is an entrance going into the first and second turn. And it has really changed the complexion of the way this racetrack looks.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, you said remember, and now I love it when you tell me, because now I know. Jeff Burke, during this little battle that's occurring back there, he's got past Jacob Reeves, and Jacob Reeves has got past Tony Burleson. Andrew Ozowski at the moment has dropped 6 places, number 11. I think he's might be backing off, maybe concerning some of those tires. We do know that they've got a lot of sets available. They will also chew through those tires.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us tonight. Hello, Kristen Bruce. Let's get it. T-Group, obviously in second right now. There's that long apron that I mentioned, the dog leg, going back now into turn number 1. Literally, you're going down the front stretch off of turn 4, the start-finish line there, Dean, and then all of a sudden, there's the back stretch. Now you're going to turn number 3. Here's turn number 4, and the next thing you know, bam, you're right there at the start-finish line.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Exactly. I mean, there's a back stretch, but it's not much of a stretch, really. If you look at counting, we'll have a look there. But Jeff Merck's about to come out of 2 now into the back stretch now. So you really only got yourself, 1, 2, 3, or somebody's hit the fence, 4 or 5 seconds, really, of straight wheel racing, and then the rest of it's just
I mean, that used to be the front straightaway, and it used to be a long front straightaway, but when they reconfigured the track, that makes it now the back stretch. But you see where it's literally just absolutely crazy. I mean, you see in real life when the NASCAR Cup Series runs at Phoenix, they were there a couple of weeks ago. You see 3, 4, 5 wide, 6 wide racing on the bottom of the apron, entering the dog leg before you even get to that first turn. And then you got to really get on the binders, because if you don't, you could literally be a part of some big trouble there.
And keeping out of trouble is going to be crucial in the playoffs, because you need points in it. I mean, you don't want to be getting yourself in too much trouble, as you mentioned there, too early in the race. But so far, touch wood, we're not going to mention the C word, because we're not going to have any, hopefully. We will have the C word, but I'm hoping on lap 30. But can they get to lap 30 on that 75% fuel?
I think that they will be able to. I really think that's going to be no problem at all. I think she'll be. I think that'll be fine. We're not going to worry about fuel running out in the first stage.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear there. Is Justin Clapper's really defending off Brian Chu there for a second, and I got a little bit of breathing space now. So important for Justin Clapper. He's up 2 places. Further back, Buzzy Mongol's giving you a bit of a run for his money alongside, it looks like the 26 of 26 up the road, actually. That's Brendan Schumann in the 52 on the inside. Oh, you want a bit of door banging?
Wow.
Wesley, you got it.
Yeah, that was fun. Look at Buzzy Mongold, fighting that car alongside Brandon Schumann. Brandon Schumann's had some bad luck. Hopefully he can turn things around here tonight.
Absolutely, opportunities all around at fairly. Oh, gee, is it short track racing? I mean, it's kind of in between, isn't it?
I mean, the old cliche is any track less than a mile is a short track. So, yeah, I mean, I would technically say Phoenix is a short track. I would say Dover's a short track also. Rockingham's a short track.
There you have it. Now, one thing you're going to get with this track, this traffic, so to continue on these green flag runs, and Caulfield with a comfortable lead at the moment right there by, you can see, from Christian Bruce, out T. Bruce. So Christian will be well aware where he currently at the moment in that P2 position, up 1. So that's a nice
Jordan Jurassic is chiming in, our Top Truck Series champion of season 10 and 9, and he says, I remember when this league fell apart when we couldn't have 25 car count. Wonder if it's still under thinking. No, it's not. The NASRA Cup Series is doing really great. I think back in the day, was it Thunderclap, I think is what it was called. The people that have come in, Justin White and the people involved with NASRA, have turned this Cup Series program around. They're doing it again next year, season. There will be a season 2 for the NASRA Cup Series. So, Jordan Jurassic, you need to get off your high horse and get back in the cockpit. I'm calling you out on the air. I'm going to do it.
He was racing on the Australian NASCAR Series as well, too. Had a fantastic result there on my Monday night.
That's right. He ran with you on the. Okay, I remember. Yeah, you were telling me that.
You'll be racing tonight, perhaps, too, for the truck series as well, too, maybe, Jordan. But Justin Clapper's on a nice rampage at the moment. He's got Jeff Merck behind him, who's slicing and diced through 15 cars. I don't think Justin Clapper's going to worry too much about Jeff Merck. He's worried about the other 5 cars up the road. In front of him is quite different.
Well, nonetheless, right now it is Jonathan Cofield. He is still continuing to lead the way. Tristan Bruce in second, Michael Mark third, Matthew Garrett, Tiffany your top 5. And we are quickly approaching less than 10 remaining in stage number 1 here at the ServPro 150.
I've got to figure, you know that Pookie and Pookie Jr., if Jeff Merck fights his way back up the front, which I'm pretty sure he will, it depends if he's going to be doing it towards the end of the race, you know that if he's leading the race, that he would let Trishan through to get the win. That's one thing he can do for his teammates, yeah. They can be a bit of a trouble there to Jonathan Caulfield, so that's probably the play from these teammates. But, of course, we're too early to start talking about that right now, because we've got 7 to go for the stage.
What's so crazy, though, Dean, is according to Tristan, he doesn't need to win races. He needs points.
Yeah, but you get maximum points, of course, if you win the race anyway. So, and you're denying somebody else from winning a race. That's more importantly. Remember, every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Very true.
Causality effect, and Joshua Suss, is on the back there of Tony Burlington, trying to gain a couple of places here. Crucial points once again coming up very soon. There, Wesley. Every point counts.
We're glad that you and yours are joining us as we can. Jordan Jurassic coming in. I race RP. Dean loves the cam.
He's the only one that provides a cam with the Australian series as well, too. See, yeah, in the Australian series, you got an American to slice and dice them, which is fantastic to entertain. Hopefully, to encourage the other drivers to get their cams on, like what we have here on the NASRA network each and every week. These drivers are all spread out across the field. They're still not approaching lap traffic just yet as the 58 goes down the back stretch. That's our race leader of Jonathan Caulfield with a healthy gap over Mr. T. Bruce, which I don't think with 5 to go is going to have enough to catch him. But I would be happy to settle in some crucial stage points in P2 for Tristan. Just to let you know too, Wesley, they go so off track with this that it actually comes up little off track things with them on the timing code. the software thinks that they're actually going off track, but of course that's just going down to the gold league.
Approaching the end of this first stage here tonight at Phoenix, and there goes Matthew Garrett. You have a little dire straits every time I see the hood of that car.
I would.
Maybe
Maybe an AI revised version that will pass copyright would be quite good. You know, enough that you would know that. But Mark Knopfler with that famous riff, of course, that he did come up with. I remember when he was doing
sir.
it.
Leslie just reinvented it.
Yeah, he was just strumming that out there in the studio, and apparently the guys go, "Wow, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, let's roll with that one." 2 to go now, and MTV man wants a bit of Michael Larch, but Caulfield and T. Bruce is T. Bruce has got a little bit of pressure right now from Larch. They are starting to catch him, so I wonder if he had a little tank slapper in the fence.
Yeah. Garrett's got a good strong run, though, trying to go 2 for 1. This is for second and third in front of the MTV car. And the final laps remaining in stage 1 here at Phoenix. Caulfield in front. To the line. This is it. Final lap remaining of stage number 1.
You're gonna see
And
whether or
so
not Larch's
far,
gonna try anything, Wes. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Here he comes. Xfinity gets around Clapper, by the way, for 5th. Every point is important, up for grabs. Here comes Jonathan Caulfield. Will pick up the leader. Here he comes by himself in turn number 3 and 4. Works to the start-finish line, and he will win stage 1 at Phoenix.
Jonathan Caulfield's
Top
done everything
10.
to start. Yeah, as soon as they come around a little bit further, we should throw the caution. There it is, right on cue. Thank you, Barney. Could have scripted any better.
Yeah. And as the top 10 cross the scoring loop, the yellow flag is displayed. That was Matt Holmes that gets credited for 10th. He'll get 1 point. Jonathan Caulfield gets the maximum number of points for winning the stage, just like in the NASCAR Cup Series in real life. He'll get 10 points. And Jonathan Caulfield, winner of stage number 1. Wow.
I think he's a bit happy, my friend, with that. He's throwing the steering wheel around with excitement and joy, and why not? Everything's scripted perfectly. He couldn't ask for a better start. Didn't really get too much, held off the challenge there from T. Bruce to get ahead of the pit road. Now he's got to do it in pit lane. Now he's got to come in and out ahead of everybody else and resume his so far commanding lead of this race.
Everybody will be coming down pit lane here real quickly, and we'll let Jonathan Caulfield get ready to get his place in position to make his pit stops. He's standing by with us to grab an interview after he wins stage 1 here at the ServPro 150. Tristan Bruce will finish 2nd, so he gets 9 points. Larch is 3rd. He'll get 8 points. You see a pattern here in the countdown. Then it's going to be Garrett, Tiffany, Chu, Clapper, Alzewski, Wade, and Holmes. That's the way the top 10 will get their points when it is all said and done. Our first caution of the race here at the ServPro 150, presented by ServPro. And Dean, it is because of just the yellow flag coming out for the end of the stage. No on-track accidents or anything.
Oh, Caulfield's in for a bit here, actually. We're going to chat to him in a second because he was blinking there, so I hope he doesn't have any technical issues, but he's going to drop all the way to the back there, so we'll let him sort that out at the moment before we do chat to him, because we do have him, but there's definitely some sort of issue there, unfortunately. Don't want to see that from anybody. That will put T. Bruce into the lead of this one under the safety car conditions, but he's still sitting in the pit road, my friend, for quite some time.
Yeah, Tristan Bruce. Oh, wow. Caulfield, where's Caulfield?
He's having technical issues, yeah, because he's blinking a little bit, and that we'll let him once again solve that out, because got to get that going.
Jonathan Caulfield, it's the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yep.
So you win the first stage, but now you're having a really lengthy pit stop. We saw you go out and pop back in. What's going on, buddy?
My steering wheel disconnected.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. Well, at least it happened on pit road, right?
Is it back on?
Yeah, I guess.
It's attached there now. I can see it in your car. Damn.
But the only problem is you're going to go all the way to the back of the tail end of the longest line. Can you get back up there and rally here?
I think I'm a lap down too, ain't I?
Yes, you are. Wow, yes, you are. Yep.
Well, mate,
Oh,
if
man,
there's anybody
looks
that
like
can
we're
charge
gonna
through a
fail.
field, mate, you can do it. You've proven you've done it before. You've got enough time to get it done. 117 laps to go. So you know, get your head down there and just do what you do best, mate. Drive the pants off that car.
Yep. Appreciate it.
Are you glad to be back not fishing anymore?
No, I'd rather be fishing now.
You're going green.
All right, buddy. We'll let you go. We're back to green. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Class Mechanic thing number 2.
We'll just listen to the cars for a little bit while we try to fix this audio issue. So just bear with us. All right, we should be back at the moment. So wait till you have a problem.
Yes, I'm back. Yes, I'm here.
Yes,
I'm here.
Yes, no, just that little Discord thing with the... whoa, we have a caution.
Oh, there's a caution. That's exactly what, Jeff. I'm sorry, that's exactly what Jonathan Cofield needed. Andrew Alzuski in trouble in the 11. And here comes that yellow flag coming out. This is exactly what Cofield needed. Put him back on the lead lap here now, Dean.
Oh, 11's come. Yeah, it's a 66 into the 11. That's 6 to 1, half a dozen to another on that one. The race control will be looking at that one of Justin White. He's going to look at it in all different angles and things like that. We'll have a quick geezer at the camera angles that I've got here. But that's, up into the fence and then watch it. Really lifts off a little bit, doesn't he? Like, scrub a little speed coming into the corner and just catches the 66 off guard. And just a solo accident there for Andrew, but we'll drop him to the back. I think we'll step away for a commercial break to thank one of our sponsors too, my friend. What do you think?
Now, so the caution is out. Man, that's not good.
Yep.
Wow.
Quick word from Bob, and then back to pick up what just happened and what's happening.
In a distant kingdom, in a magical realm, there lived people who faced dreadful drainage problems on their lawns. For many years, they suffered from puddles and mud in their yards. Until one day, the saviors from TLC Company appeared with their magical shovels and lifted the wet curse from the kingdom's residents. Forget about puddles and mud. With us, your yard.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. You got a outdoor lighting, landscape lighting system. Maybe we installed it. Maybe it was there you inherited in your house and you want to upgrade it. Now's the time to give us a shout. We'll come out and take a look, evaluate what you do have, tell you what you could have. Give us a shout today for all your outdoor lighting needs. We'll talk to you soon.
Back here at the Phoenix Raceway, we just had a caution flag involving the driver of Mr. Andrew Alzuski. We will now get ourselves back into position, and we'll get ready to go back to racing as the pace car goes onto the pit lane, also on the back straightaway. Field is back inside the TLC restart zone. Get those sprinklers spinning and grinning, and we are back to it again here in Cactus Country.
Oh, somebody off already, Wesley. That's Cody, I think, in the fence. It's Cody Knott.
Cody not in trouble.
And we're still green.
Way off the pace. We do stay under the green flag. You're exactly right. And Tristan Bruce needed this because he scampers up in front.
Look at that, Justin Clapper in P2. And look at Pookie. He's battling it out for P3 at the moment alongside Michael Larch. So you know that if Pookie gets up there to help out Pookie Jr., that's going to be scoring maximum points for Christian Bruce, which is what he'd like. Semi-maximum points, of course, because he finished second in the first stage.
Certainly would love to see that. On board, Jeff Burke. Jeff Burke's climbing, as you said, Dean. He's up to third.
Yeah, Justin Clapper's certainly going to try to give him a run for his money. He's got to hunt down Christian Bruce at the moment, make sure he doesn't get too far up the road, because he's got to know in his mirrors Jeff Merck's coming, and Jeff Merck has said teammates are going to help out teammates. So Clapper going to get on that lad pedal, which I'm pretty sure he is on right now, so he's starting to reel in Christian Bruce.
Certainly up in front, looks good right now as another lap goes on the board. Remember, these drivers will race in the Glass Mechanics stage number 2 to lap number 75. Already working lap number 42 of 75 laps. A long way to go in this one.
A short time to get there. As
And it
song
is,
goes.
yes, sir.
Yeah, you're a little
eastbound and down.
He's just a little in and out there, Wesley, but we can still hear you, which is good. It just sounds like you can hear you. Hand over your mouth, something like that. But,
I don't understand it. I'm
that's
not
just
done
as
anything
good.
different.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know what? I think I do know my problem. I'm only putting out 72 megabytes per second.
Oh.
Let me step away and I'll be right back.
All right, thanks, Wes. We'll get that sorted out. We want to bring you the best possible quality that we can here on the NASRA network for the NASRA Cup Series. There's information happening here at the moment. I think so to Christian Bruce says, I like how you guys use their nicknames. I like to use nicknames for all the drivers if you have. Some nicknames for some of the drivers, not all, but there we go. Robert Walton at the moment. So currently in P11, 4 positions up at the moment. He's got Joshua Sussbach behind him. He's got Matthew Garnett. The road, Jacob Reeves is doing a pretty solid job at the moment in P9, 4 positions again. Andrew Lasky, after having that early incident caused the safety car, is climbing his way back up there for the 11 alongside Brandon Caulfield. Caulfield also doing a solid run, and that's what Caulfield knows. He said he'd rather be fishing, but at the moment he's fishing his way back up to the top of the timing tower where we would like to be as he's battling alongside the plane. But we have a caution. That's Brian Chew into the fence. Hard lick up there out of into turn 3, and that will be another caution. That car is going to need some heavy repairs. Find out exactly what happened. Yep. So he's got a big tank slapper from back, and then that bang hard lick because there's just barely any runoff area. Take a geezer at that one again. So who it was that gave him a hard whack there? The 96. And that will put us under our second caution. Second raced caution. And third caution overall because of our stage break. T-Bruce back in the lead, but any of that gap that himself there and Justin Clapper had from the rest of the field now is all neglected as we have to re-rack them and restack them all over again. And we'll have a quick word from Bob and we'll get back to you very soon. Don't go anywhere. This is the playoffs.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. If you have an outdoor project that we could help you with, we have 0% financing for a year. So if you have a project, you won't be using your money, why not use our money? It doesn't cost you anything. Now's the time to be thinking about that project you always wanted to get done. It might be a lawn sprinkler, might be outdoor lighting, might be drainage, and or maybe outdoor holiday lighting that you need help with. Now's the time to be thinking about that. Give us a call at the office, 410-721-2342, or hit the link below to find out more about TLC's financing options.
TLC is the best in lawn sprinklers, outdoor lighting, holiday lighting, yard drainage, and more. Let us take care of your project. Get your free, no obligation estimate from TLC today.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. Hope you guys are enjoying this race. Let's take it down to the booth and get updated on what's going on.
Thank you very much, Bob. We are enjoying the race, and thank you very much for your sponsorship from TLC Incorporated, bringing this one as we get to the TLC restart zone to start another lap here in Stage 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic, T. Bruce, Justin Clapper, Jeff Merck, and Michael Larch in the front two rows. Wesley will be joining us again in a minute, just sorting out some technical issues so that we can listen to his lovely voice, the voice of NASRA. Let's go. Crucial part of any restarts is speed, full groove. Bruce got a good launch there at the moment, so Justin Clapper's trying to hold off Jeff Merck for that crucial tip. Bit of door banging happening there. Merck gets right into the bumper there in the 63. Clapper's holding on for dear life. He doesn't want to yield this position at all. He needs crucial points in the crucial championship hunt here at the moment. And tell you what, Jeff Merck's having to muscle his way through there at the moment. Clapper's going to try to come back at him into the fence. This could be ending up into the shenanigans. There should be somebody hard leaking into the fence at the moment. But good rubbing is driving. And they certainly are. Michael Larch right on the back there at the moment. Justin Clapper trying to put pressure onto him. He's trying to put pressure onto Merck. All this is just helping T. Bruce with a smile up on his face going, yep, all right, I'm up the road. It's okay. I'm loving this. Further back still, slicing the guys back up to the field. He's in P12 now after jumping pump last after having a steering wheel disconnection issue and costing a ton of time down the pit road. But he's certainly back, and he's back with a vengeance. Fantastic racing here at Phoenix Speedway. And the boys are behaving themselves, and I hope that they're not going to be speaking too soon. It's the Brandon and Brandon show back in P14. Further up, we'll go back up to the top end of the timesheet, because now that Jeff Merck's got it clear of Justin Cowper, he is trying to hunt down old T. Bruce, who currently has a little bit of a commanding lead here on lap 55, 150 in the Glass Mechanic. And we will go to lap 75 to conclude the stage break. So far, just a couple of cautions. Justin White, our fantastic man behind the scenes here at the NASRA Cup Series, also the man that's going to be looking at some of those incidents. So far, shouldn't be too busy with him. Only just single car incidents of Andrew Ruskell and Brian Chu. Welcome back, Wesley.
Hey, buddy, I hope you can hear me better now.
So far, so good. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that was when you're only putting out 72 megabytes per second when it's supposed to be 400, 500 megabytes per second. We got a problem, so I reset the modem, and hopefully we fixed it. So, yes.
Well, you're missing a little bit of action. Jeff Merck got ahead of Justin Clapper, and Caulfield's on a rampage back up through. He's in P11, trying to fight with Robert Walton on his right there for 66 to get those positions back up there. As I said, the man that would rather be fishing is trying to fish his way back up to the top.
Well, I just hope that we fix our issue. I think we have, as we're back to the racing action here.
Yep, so far so good there, Wes.
Yes, sir.
Tiffany watching this battle there with he wants his MTV 19 there of Matthew Garnett. Bit of a tank slapper into the fence there from Jacob Reeves, who's having a bit of a quiet race so far, which is probably exactly what he would like until the dying stages of this race, where he can start hitting the not cracking the egg, as he'd like to say on the
Yes, very true. You're exactly right about that. As right now, we are approaching, 15 laps to go here in stage number 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic. And right now, with 15 remaining, we're seeing all these drivers trying to get themselves into position. Great racing going on. Take your pick. Action all over the place right now.
Yeah, Caulfield trying to make a move. Just made a move action on Joshua Suss there for our lovely TLC. Sprinkled all over his car. I'll go with that one. Big Jeff Merck slowly creeping in T. Bruce there, but T. Bruce is just absolutely really rocking this track at the moment, really loving it. Doing everything right. Hopefully he doesn't come into a little connection to the fence there at all, but staying quite clear of it. Got clear out the road, no problem, there's no traffic. The last car on the track at the moment is just entering into the backstretch now, so we've basically got a whole half a track of just clean air, and just put your head down there for the 23 machine and knock out those quick laps.
Right now, it is still Tristan Bruce, man, doing exactly what he was doing. Do you remember what happened last week? If you remember, here at last week in the NASRA Cup Series, Tristan Bruce got 9 points. He won stages 2, and he won the race. And obviously, right now, just kind of doing what he needs to do to put himself into contention to get as many points as possible. Because he kind of told us last week, it don't matter if I win. I need as many points to qualify to make it in. He's going to make a valiant effort. We're seeing that right now, Dean.
Yeah, I can't remember back that car, honestly. Wesley, last week when you asked me that, because it's about 50 broadcasts later. But sometimes it starts flashing back with my memory when you remind me, thankfully, you remind our fantastic audience about the situation. We get a chance to pull up those standings again too. Keep an eye sharp on those points that these drivers are have gotten so far after stage 1, and what we're getting very soon in stage 2.
Approaching 10 laps to go now in stage number 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic here at the ServPro 150. So glad you and yours are joining us on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Dean Hopton, I'm Wesley Outland, and right now Tristan Bruce taking everybody to the woodshed as we now see Larcher Clapper battle for 13 going down the back straightaway.
He's probably going down the bottom shelf where Jacob Reeves holds the moonshine, actually, looking for it. Justin Clapper, what a solid performance to the 63, isn't it, so far? He's really held his own on this track. He's very quick around here in Phoenix. He's up 5 positions. This is all legitimate on overtakes and stuff like that too. There wasn't just on wrecks and pit lane. He's driving the pants off that machine, and he's going to try to keep Pookie and Pookie Jr. up the road and keep Michael Larch behind him.
Staying in position, that's all you need to do right now. Just kind of stay where you're at right now, put yourself in a good position. And right now we see Tristan Bruce continuing, holding on to that top spot. Bruce, Merck, Clapper, Larch, Holmes, top 5. We're approaching lap number 70. And very quickly also being the halfway mark of this race. Only in about 35 minutes. We're closing in on halfway at the end of the stage also.
It's gone by quickly, of course, because only two cautions and an extra for the stage break. So that's actually maybe it's going to help out these drivers later on, because they're going to have quite a nice bunch of fresh stickies sitting down there in pit road waiting for them if required. But you know what happens, cautions breed cautions, my friend. We could have as we had on some of the races here recently on the NASRA network, we've had good caution-free stages until the last stage, and especially in the playoffs when push comes to shove towards the end, I imagine we might start to see a little bit more argy-bargy.
Well, we're now hitting 5 laps to go. You see now Michael Larch and Justin Clapper racing with one another. That's for 3rd spot. every
See the
point.
concentration on his face there, can't you? He is
Oh, yeah.
a man on a mission.
Every point, every position. It's all up for grabs from here. Every point, every position.
Look at that, Cody Knott's having a nice little battle there, Brandon Schumann and Brandon Broadfoot. So you can't separate those Brandons, can you, this race? They started side by side on the grid, and they're side by side once again on the motor race. So the Brandon Wolfen show is in full effect with 3 to go now. Christian Bruce comfortably-ish in the lead, but that fence is always looming, so he's got to be aware of that one. Look at this, the bird's eye view from Brandon Broadfoot to Padlock Road. Hey, a little reminder to say, I don't like Dr. Pepper, I'm a Coca-Cola man.
Oh.
He's really trying to hold off Michael Larch, isn't he? Once again, as you mentioned, we're aware of points are crucial. And Michael Larch did sneak ahead of him here now on the dying stages of stage 2 presented by the Glass Mechanic. And that's just a couple of points that slip through your finger like that, isn't it there, Wes? He's going to try to get
Yes,
that one
sir.
back.
Yeah. I mean, you want to get it back, right? I mean, you really want to try to put yourself back in a position where you can dust yourself off, reset, go back again. Plenty of racing left to go, right? I mean,
Yep, and Caulfield knows it too. Because he's back up in a P7 after starting dead plump last with the steering wheel that just come off his car. Kind of need that to steer. And he's doing the right thing, fighting his way back up through it. But that's a massive effort, I'd have to say, from Caulfield. That's a sign of a champion in the making, for sure. Last lap, T. Bruce, of course, another sign of a champion in the making, right up front here on the last lap of stage 2.
so the end of the stage upon us. Here he comes. Tristan Bruce will win stage number 2. Tristan Bruce will win the second stage as now the yellow flag is out. Remember, Tristan Bruce last week, stage 1, second. Stage 2, winning the stage. The maximum points is 10. And right now, Tristan Bruce on the run of his life in iRacing, if you will, Dean Hopton, to put himself into the championship finale next week at Auto Club.
Doing everything he can, right? You can see 2 positions gained. He's led 44 of those laps, and he was finished in P2 in that first stage. Let's see if he can nail a perfect pit stop and not have his steering wheel fall off. That unfortunately did happen to Jonathan Caulfield, who did a fantastic job to slice his way back up into P7. Let's hope it doesn't happen to John Caulfield, of course, in the pit stops, because that's where it did happen. And you got to nail these pit stops perfectly, because if we're having these green flag runs, Wesley, this might be the last pit stop. Well, could be the penultimate last pit stop for the race.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, this could be possibly the money stop, or at least put yourself into the stop for the one green flag stop of the race, unless we get a late race caution. That'll be something we'll certainly have to keep an eye and watch. But right now, pit road is about to become a very busy place. Tristan Bruce is standing by. We haven't took a break in a while. We'll do that now. We grab TB when we come back next from Phoenix.
Hey, Bob Carr with TLC. Spring's upon us. If you got a wet yard, it's not going to get any better. Now it's time to give us a call. Let us come out and take a look at your drainage problem in your property. We can get you a solution. The dogs, the kids be tracking in mud. Mom will be mad. So give us a call. Give us a shout today. Talk to you soon.
We're back.
Welcome back. We're back live here at Virtual Phoenix Raceway. Thanks again, Bob Carr. Everybody at TLC Incorporated, obviously Premier Racing Setups. And if that wasn't enough, thank you to ServPro. And another ServPro caution out fourth one of the race for the end of the stage. We have 2 cautions because of the end of the stage, 2 for on-track accidents. And Dean Hopton, this has been a very quick race here, man. We're nearing the third and final stage of the semifinal race, the penultimate race, if you will, of the season.
Absolutely, Wesley. They're about to go green too, so it's short, it's quick, and it's going fast. And Tristan Bruce would be loving these points, as you saw there on the standings. He needs maximum points. He's the bottom one in the red zone. Crucial. Buzzy Mongold, of course, he's down there. He needs crucial points, and so is Caulfield. Caulfield's not safe, but Caulfield with that stage 1 win might be happy, and of course now he's currently up in P6.
We were going to try to grab get another caution, and we'll bring him in. Stage 2 winner. We're back underway. Stage 3, Tristan Bruce in front, and the run the checker is on. Tristan Bruce, his teammate, Pookie Jr., Merck, Bruce battle for the lead on the restart of the dog leg into 1.
Yeah, just going to help each other along. As I said, I know you'd have to guess at the moment that Merck would let T. Bruce win the race later on so he can maximise the points. But for now, he's just going to tag him along, bring him along with him, try to secure that P1 and P2 up the front there, make it difficult for the likes of Michael Marsh, Clapper, Caulfield up to P5 to try to make his way. That's going to be the protecting, I think, against Caulfield for now. And don't forget about Justin Clapper, who's got some serious pace. There's a lot of action happening in the field here.
And remember, Jonathan Cofield had something happen to him after winning the stage. He said his steering wheel fell off. He had to literally make some adjustments and fall in the back. And luckily, he was able to get back on the lead lap after a late race caution with Alzewski having problems, or a early race caution at the start of stage 2. Now he is right in the hornet's nest for the top 5. All this going on is now Cofield fell back.
Yeah.
He's now in 12th position. He just slipped.
Did you see he got a big knockout? He had to save it, actually, from going around there. So very, very, very lucky Caulfield. It will be a scary moment. He doesn't want to have to go back all the way through the field again after he's trying to slice and dice through there. So all those positions got up to P5 now, back down to P12. But as I said, you got to look at it at the glass being half full. That could have been a lot worse for him. It could have been facing the wrong direction. So he can walk away with that one. Only dropping a couple of places is still a good way to go in our third and final stage here.
It is Jeff Merck in the lead. He still continues to hold on to that top spot. Jeff Merck in the lead.
Whoa!
So we got Suss and Wade crash. They're into the outside. Safer barrier in turn number 2, and the caution is out.
He had a smile on his face during that one, too. I don't know if he'd be smiling too much after getting into a wreck in the playoffs, my friend. But, it's a bit of a sportsmanship. He's got the skull gloves, and we'll go back and have a look at what unfortunately happened to Jackson Wade and Joshua Suss coming together. Oh,
here's a look at the replay.
Wow. Come back up on the dog leg, isn't it? And then slowed down. Jackson Wade did. Joshua Suss had nowhere to go. Comes back and tags him, and then they end up playing onesies like Rocket League on the fence.
Yeah, they sure did. Wow. Great analogy. Onesies like Rocket League.
Yeah, that's called onesies when you get the two cars together like that. So this is it. Yeah, we'll go back, and he's on the dog leg. Oop.
Yeah.
So
this is coming down the back straightaway, and now they're working into turn number 3 and 4. And look at how fast turn 4 becomes a start-finish line. Look at that. And that used to be the backstretch in Phoenix. Now you're using it as a dog leg and an apron, and here's where it all went wrong right here. Look at this. Wow. I don't think he knew it was there.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. Horrible camera on that one, but just go back for a quick second.
I just don't think he knew it was there, Dean. I really don't. I don't think he meant to get into him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe that's the reason why Joshua Suss had a little bit of a smile on his face going, it's just a racing incident, and there's not too much you can do about that.
Not anything intentional. Not anything intentional at all. Well, while we're doing that, let's grab Tristan Bruce, right? I think Kristen and the family wants to hear from TB, hear how he's doing right now for High Limit Motorsports. Love to get his thoughts here, and I wonder what his scenarios are. Can he possibly make the championship for High Limit Motorsports? And Kristen, you win stage number 2, presented by Glass Mechanic. You finished second in stage 1. I feel like it's a little deja vu from last week.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. Having a really strong night here. Y'all know the deal. Win doesn't matter for me. I need max points, and tonight's the last chance I can do it. So we're having a really strong run, but I just need to cap it off here.
So I got to ask you this question, Tristan. Where are you at right now as, say, making it in?
I am.
What were you looking at when you got into the race tonight?
I'm 21 below the cut line.
Wow.
But
right now you
I was 63 below it last week, so I made up a ton of points. So tonight's possible. But we're going green right here. Back in high limit.
All right, buddy. We'll let you get back to work.
Thank you.
Stage 2 winner. And the man for High Limit Racing, that, of course, is Mr. Tristan Bruce. We'll let him get back into the box with his teammate, Pookie. Jeff Merck right there alongside, ready to bring him back into those Gen 6 cars. TLC restart zone back underway as the sprinklers are spinning. Spring is here. And Bob Carr and TLC Incorporated has been busy. I love watching their social media posts.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, Tristan Bruce was so switched on, my friend. He was even reminding you to put him back into the racing room to chat with his team. He loves some serious concentrations coming through the oval at the moment. And of course, he's Tristan Bruce's biggest ally in this race. Tristan Bruce needs all those crucial points, and he's been gaining them lately. So see how he can give himself some improvement tonight. A nice race. But at the moment, Pookie Senior is in the lead there. Justin Clapper once again, I said, holding on. Really good race for Justin Clapper. And, lovely donation support there from Banner Club that he has splashed all over the car.
Pure focus, no doubt about it. Pure focus indeed for that driver of Mr. Tristan Bruce. Said, hey man, put me back in my box. Let me get back to do what I need to do. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. As Jeff Merck is in the lead, he's up in front. Tristan Bruce right there behind him. And how about that? He said it was 63 points back. Made up a lot of points moving into this race tonight. Tristan Bruce did, and right now just kind of riding here, and winning means nothing. And that's what blows me away, because normally they always say winning means everything. Dean, for Tristan Bruce, it means absolutely squat.
Oh, he'd love the trophy on the top step. Here, but he's going to do some mathematic crunching as we're getting three-wide action here with Schumann, Caulfield, and Tony. As Caulfield's trying to make his way back up through the field there, you've also got the Brandon and Brandon's once again unseparable in this race, running P11, 12, and 11 and 13, just there.
Sure, yeah.
Great racing tonight here at Phoenix. The boys are behaving, giving some fantastic action. They all know it's crucial crunch time for the playoff points. So, can't make many mistakes, or preferably none.
Yeah, no mistakes. No mistakes indeed. Better hit your marks and have an absolutely flawless race. He's Dean Hopton. I'm Wesley Outland. We welcome you to coverage of the penultimate race and the final race of the semifinals, as Bo Tiffany going way down below the apron at Pond Zion, up the top in front of Matthew Garrett.
That's the only dangerous thing about that, isn't it? When you're coming back up, you're coming right up to the door of another car there, so you've got to allow that space, you've got to allow guesstimation, really, of where it is, and absolutely show.
I'll be honest with you, that looked like what happened between Joshua Suss and Jackson Wade, honestly. Being that right there, man, that's
what I call
crazy
for the biscuit, my friend, doing actions like that. But hey, once again, these drivers know what they're doing, my friend, and certainly entertaining and a little scary sometimes to watch. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe out here and support the fantastic NASRA network, support the fantastic NASRA leagues. and our sponsors as well too that put everything in. Of course, the boss man, Grady LaBeouf, and Cody Knight put a lot of work in behind the scenes as well too. Is Justin White does a lot of work for this fantastic league as he's struggling with some personal life difficulties at the moment, but nothing like a bit of getting into a bit of racing and be a part of some racing to get behind of.
It is Mark in the lead. Tristan Bruce in second. Clapper third.
Here comes Caulfield again. I'm not sure I'd be loving all this action, battling these cars. It's great when you get those overtakes done, isn't it? And you make your way back up through the field. You kind of just wipe your sweat off your forehead and go, woof.
Yes, sir.
I just did that, but if a man can do it, it's Caulfield. Oh, spinner in the background. Was that Roberto? Yes, he is. So he saved it. He has saved it, Wes. I'm going to quickly just scroll back on the replay of that one because I don't have an actual scene for it, but I just want to see what happened. No caution. Yeah.
No yellow flag, though. There's no caution out.
Oh, door bang.
Wow. Well,
got into
hold
one of
on.
the
What a
Brandons.
save.
Yeah.
What a save for him in the Kodiak colors.
And here's the Clapper and Larch show again, these two. But look at that. T. Bruce is just up the road. They are catching. So Pookie and Pookie Jr. haven't got away as much of a lead they probably would have liked to do at the moment. Unless, of course, they are perhaps conserving tyres too, because that is a possibility on these long green flag runs there, Wes. Hey, oh, Andrew's around again.
Oh, no, that's going to be right at the start-finish line. Andrew Alzewski spinning. Caution out again to the ServPro 150 yellow flags presented by ServPro. And here is a look of why we're under the Banana Republic flag again.
It's just a tap into the
Banana
19.
Republic color is yellow.
Yeah, it's just a tiny little tap into the 19. Just a little bit of door banging. Didn't really do much for the 19, but for some reason it must have been the steering angle that caught Andrew off, and maybe so he tried to compensate for it. So you're already like cranking the steering wheel to the left, then we can't have right bang. Yep, and he has saved it. Good job. Did call the caution out, of course, because his car's in the middle of the track there, and it could be a nasty wreck. We're going to go back, of course, to the live pitches because on short track they're going to take this opportunity to box, and that they are.
They are. They are going to come down to the pit lane, and what do you know? Jacob Reeves did not pit.
Wow.
He stays in front, and he's the new leader. And I'm going to terrorize him.
That's a gamble, but I know you're going to grab him. You always will. I just want to see who comes out of the pit road for the rest of the field.
Hear from the redneck announcer from Blue Line Racing. Jacob Reeves, why didn't you pit?
Only got one set of tires. Should be good on fuel. I pitted a while ago. Pretty good fresh rubber, and we're going to try to throw a wrench in this damn thing.
Rolling the dice, right?
That's about all we can do right now. Roll the dice and see what happens. We'll probably get wrecked doing it, but try something.
Well, listen,
go ahead.
you know, you're not qualified to race for the championship, but you just want to win the damn race, right?
That's the game plan, baby. I've said it. I said it last week at Talladega, and I mean, winning races is the best thing. I mean, championships awesome to win, but trying to win races and everything that comes every single week. So you got opportunity to win a race every week. You got so many weeks to try to win a championship. So I'd like to get one here. I hate this damn place. This place right here sucks. I wish they would bulldoze it. It seems like some of the tracks that I race on. But I hate this place, so it'd be crazy if I got a win here, though.
I think it's time for the We Got Beef segment. There it is.
He sounded like me before we came on the air. What was my sentiments about Phoenix?
Yeah, you had a few of those that about this track as well, too. But Jacob, now you've got to hold off Pookie and Pookie Jr. They're going to be on your tailpipe pretty quickly, mate. Are you going to do your best to hold them off, or are you going to choose your fight a little later on?
They should be all right. As long as 96 don't get up there behind me, then I should be okay, because Jackson Wade gets up here, I'll probably end up like Brian Chew on the end of a tow hook.
Oh, might have to let you go, mate. Oh, no, you've got a little bit of a backstretch.
Well, Good luck, Jacob, in all of your future endeavors.
Look at Tristan Bruce trying to throw you off
Thank
the
you.
background and throwing that steering wheel around. He's going,
Thank
I'm
you,
coming
buddy.
for you.
Getting ready for the restart. The Blue Line Racing driver. That is the redneck announcer, Jacob Reeves. And we're back underway. Oh, shoot. I put him in the wrong box.
Oh, he's going to... What's in the box? Whoa, into the fence goes Merck. That turns Jacob. Whoa, Jacob. Oh, it's his act. That's Lutch, I think. That's Pookie into the fence.
Oh, no.
You
Tristan
might be in
Bruce is
trouble.
crashing.
You might be in trouble.
Burleson's in trouble.
Oh, it's a car
Oh,
park.
no.
Now,
It's a parking lot?
it
Is
is
that
a
what you mean?
parking lot. Oh, no. What just happened there?
Oh.
Did you put him in the wrong box and then this is
Ain't it Blue Line Racing?
Oh, Jeff Merck's crab walking too. Let's have a look out here. There's the 57 that goes into Merck. There's Clapper in the background, comes down and gets T. Bruce, who doesn't. Like, you can see Jacob's going to be fighting that car too for now. And then that's Garner, isn't it? Is it up the front there? The number 2.
That's Michael Large.
Yeah, Michael
And
Large.
that's Michael
He
Large
comes
and
around.
Jeff Hurt.
Both Pookie and Pookie Jr.
Teammates
get into each
crashing.
other. Back and hits a few of the other
Cofield.
drivers there.
That's Jonathan Cofield. There's Matthew Garrett in the purple car. Yeah, that was the big one.
That's a big one, all right, my friend. Look at it. Just about half the pack. Yeah, so
We just had the big one. We just had the big one.
Yeah, just
Man, oh man.
we thought that Justin White had a pretty easy race to Stewart here this evening. He's going to have to be looking at this one for a bit, and because there's a few things that happened before, didn't it? And that lead up to this.
But you know what, though, Dean? This is where we're at right now, right? I mean, this is the type of racing that we're going to see, and I've got to bring Jacob back in here again. First, I need to find out what role he's in. Jacob, what happened, dude? What in the world went on in front of you? I mean, it really wasn't your fault, was it?
Well, it kind of was, I guess. I overdrove the corner and slid the tires and got up in the murk. They took me 3 wide, and I got up in the murk, and then Tristan got in the back of me and knocked me sideways, and I'm trying to get the car straight, and then got run over by Clapper. And some of these guys in here wanting to cry and whine and you know what and complain about the move, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, I mean, I made a move, I thought it would work, and it didn't, and I just overdrove the corner. Some of these guys thinking they racing for the NASCAR Cup Series, and they ain't even nowhere close to it.
By the way, what team were you with? Aren't you with Blue Line Racing?
Blue Line Racing.
I did put you in the right box, so I thought I called you to crash. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good. You good. Just send me back to Blue Line, baby.
So, hey, real quickly though, you did weasel through that accident. You're still in the lead. I mean, you know, so I guess I need to interview you before the crash. Maybe that's some good luck for you, redneck announcer.
Yeah, something like that. But some of these guys are a little bit mad at me right here, so we'll see how this works out right here. I'll probably end up on the tow hook here in a minute.
Hey, door banging download. What's coming up this week, buddy?
Boss man Brady LaBeouf coming on. Should be a good one.
The boss man, Brady LaBeouf. I would love to join you for that show, by the way. I really would. I'd love to be on that segment. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, brother. Thank you, buddy. Brady LaBeouf on the door banging download. He's been on since probably the first or second episode of it, and we are back to green here at Phoenix. Dean, we're ready to settle it here. And Tristan Bruce, even though he got scattered and turned every which way but loose, lyrics to a song with a monkey in it. He's back to the lead.
Yeah, because there was a lot of cars involved in that one, so it slowed everybody down. He had a chance to get back up into speed and get back into the lead at this one. And so did Jacob sneak through there at the moment. Brandon Broadfoot now up 15 places into P3, putting a bit of pressure there on Justin Clapper, who's in a nice solid position again, as I said. Quick driving around here in Phoenix for Justin Clapper. That's what he needs. He's up 6 places.
Back on her way, Tristan Bruce in the lead. A man on a mission, even though he just got crashed out a moment ago. And several other cars as well. And here comes another caution. We've got another ServPro yellow flag out over the racetrack. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Joshua Corner in trouble. Caution out on lap 109.
He's not having a monster.
The
He's having
16
a
of
monster of a
Josh
time.
Corner. The Monster Energy Machine, pardon the pun. Yes, sir. He was in 20th. Watch this. There's that apron again. There's that diving move. You can't do that. Look at it. Oh!
He's lost it on his own. Did he take anybody else out? Oof. No, he's actually backed off because they were on the racing line on the outside. So, yep. No damage to the car. Just damage to his pride, unfortunately.
Damage to pride indeed.
Oh, it was damage.
Careful, look at it again.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. There it is again. Another angle. And he sounds
like right there, Wes. Sorry to cut you off. So maybe you've got spare sets of some fresh boots down there that they can seize this opportunity before our 40-lap sprint to the end, perhaps. Make sure they've got enough gas and they've got stickies to get there. Could be a good call here for some of these drivers, my friend, for sure. Jeff Merck's back in the pit road. Not sure if he's chipping out some repairs. That could be a situation too, Wes. Some of these cars did get a bit of a hard whack and dings and stuff like that. So while they seize the opportunity to stay on the lead lap, they will get down there and try to chisel out those damages.
I love the word chisel. I love the word.
Get the old
We're gonna
blacksmith out there going.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And also follow the voice of NASRA, Mr. Wesley Outland, on his socials and stuff like that. You know, give him a poke every once in a while, say g'day. Check out.
I never knew that was the voice of NASRA.
Wherever he's
I guess I
traveling.
am, right?
Yeah, you are the voice of NASRA, my friend. As you're traveling around calling races, basketball. You're going to call netball. You ever seen netball? The girls play the netball. Australia.
Netball?
Yeah, it's very popular in this part of the world.
Never heard of it. I have to check that out.
All right, T. Bruce, back in the lead. Re-rack him, restack him.
This guy's not giving up. Do you know that? That is pure just sticking to your guns, not stopping. What talent we're seeing from this guy here tonight.
Tristan's got a gun.
I don't know about that.
You know you're going to get musical references when you get us two in the booth. Wesley.
Yes, sir. Back underway, ready to settle it here. The land of the cactus. The valley of the sun. Outside the desert. Sim City is in Phoenix, and we're back underway. 112 of 150 in the third and final stage of the ServPro 150 tonight.
We go to 150 exactly. Oh, no, well, we'll get there, Wesley, but we'll be delaying that one a little bit more. That's Merck, I think. No, he's still on pit road.
That was Mongold in the wall.
Ah.
I think Mongold just slapped the wall. He holds on to his position, though. In the 97, we still stay green.
Easy.
And another caution. It is Buzzy Mongold. Did he draw a caution out? He did. No, Jeff Merck crashed.
Jeff Merck crashed.
Buzzy Mongold hit the wall with Jeff Merck crash. Here's a replay presented by Pulse Poppers. Strap in and look at this. Mongold was around him, though.
Yeah, I thought that Mongold just grabbed one of those caution flags.
Mongold slapped the wall. Now find Jeff Merck.
Yeah.
That's what we need to find is Jeff Merck. I wonder if something happened to Jeff. Here we go. Here we go.
No, his car's crab walking already from that damage when he's come out of pit road, I think. And the repairs aren't quite good enough when you get up to full speed, of course. So he's in the car. Let's have a see this cockpit. Yeah, look at it. So we'll see if it.
Oh, look at the steering wheel.
Yeah. And he's trying to turn it, and then it's trying to go straight now. It's like, okay, it's not going straight. It's not going straight. It's sliding. And there. There's a little contact. Just want to just quickly have a geezer at that one. Yeah. It's I think it's hit from behind, or if it's just straight into the fence there, straight into the catch fence. There it is. You caught the fence, Merck. Caught it.
Let's check in with Jeff Merkin and bring him in real quickly. Jeff, I've heard of the cliche of crab walking under caution. What in the world is it like crab walking in racing mode?
Yeah, that's my wheel was turned like 90 degrees just to go straight. So it's fun, but it's not fun at the same time. I'm sitting on pit road now. It's just I still got like 9 minutes of damage, so I might as well just park it. I'm locked in anyway.
Valiant effort, boy. I'll tell you what, though, Jeff, your partner, Pookie Jr., Tristan Bruce, that is a man on a mission.
Yeah, I'm hoping he goes out and gets it. I know he needs all the points he can get, and I think he said he was 21 behind coming into this race. So hopefully he locks in, and I can beat him for a championship next week.
Jeff Merck, if you want to, I don't know if you're going to be spotting for him as well too, but if you are going to park it, my friend, we'd love to have you up in the booth here to help call this one from your race analysis.
Yeah, you want to join me in the booth?
Hell yeah, I'll join in here. Why not?
You can't cuss, Jeff. You can't cuss. You can't
Don't cuss, huh?
I got you.
Where do I go watch the broadcast? Get live feed, Aaron? Because I'm in the actual race. It's probably the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Delay.
You're fine.
Just go to you're on delay. Just kind of watch what you're watching, I guess. Or can we send him the video feed on Discord? Click on the video there. You'll see it, Jeff.
Okay, yeah, the actual broadcast. Just watching the broadcast.
Yeah, look for the TLC sprinklers, and you'll see them. So, by the way, the restart zone presented by TLC Incorporated. And we got trouble. Tiffany spinning in the back.
Yep.
Tiffany, and it looks like Joshua Corner again.
It is.
Oh my goodness, Jeff, this race was so clean, and now it's a wreck fest.
Yeah, you're going to get that late in these races. Everybody's right now. There's I'll take, no give. So you're going to get a lot of. You're going to get a lot of this right now. A lot of people, especially last cutoff race before the playoffs, everybody's taking everything they can get. I'd be the same way if I wasn't locked in. So go get it, boys.
I was about to say you're locked in, so no matter what happens tonight, you're in the championship race at Auto Club. Does that make you? Did that make you race differently today? What was your mission? Was your mission to help Tristan Bruce?
No, my mission is always to win the race. I mean, I would have liked to have helped it, but if it came down to like moving over and giving him the win, and I told him that, I said it wouldn't mean as much to you if I gave it to you. So I was going to make him earn it.
Very true. Very true. I agree with you on that for sure.
Yeah, I don't. Last week I was, a super speedway. I was locked in. That's a drafting track. I was down to push. Right. Hey, get on my nose. I'll push you. Finish second. No problem. Here, no.
Gotcha.
Race it.
Yeah. What do you think there? Dean, very vicious of Jeff Merck. He says, hey, man, you're on your own. What the hell?
I was going to say, Jeff, I would assume you would do this if you were leading the race in the dying stages of this one and Tristan was behind you, you would lift and let him win for maximum points?
No.
You wouldn't do that for Junior?
I'd have to. If he keyed up and said he was going to be out of the playoffs by 1 point, maybe. But that's a very big maybe. That's not. They would do that in Formula One now, but this isn't Formula One. This is NASCAR. We don't do that around here.
This is the NASRA Cup Series.
You got what moonshine you got in that cup tonight, there, Jeff?
It's the same moonshine I always got. Captain Silver and Diet Pepsi.
But you admit that you're drinking while iRacing.
Yes.
Where's Dawn in the background? We want Dawn poking faces at the camera for us.
She's probably listening, to be perfectly honest with you. I wouldn't put it past her.
She's probably saying, Wesley, what the hell were you thinking?
Now that you crashed her racing,
putting me in the booth. There's got to be something wrong with you.
You crashed her car. You're going to have to buy her flowers and take her out for a nice dinner now.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Jeff, though, man, what's the mindset going into the championship next week, knowing that you're probably one of the only guys locked in for the title for next week?
I'm good to go win it. That's the only thing there is to do. Win the race, win the championship. And y'all can't see it, but I got me a new trophy case over in the corner. It's got my trophies and stuff on it. I got a spot picked out for the new trophy already. So.
Definitely, the man is confident. There's nothing wrong with that for sure. Definitely optimistic as we get ready to try to bring this one to the one-to-go indication.
Well, 11 is definitely blinking for sure.
Yeah, Jeff, you realise that there's another 5 drivers there that will take that trophy as well. So you're going to fight for it.
That's right. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I just hope this race doesn't take forever. I got a 16-piece of KFC chicken waiting for me on the stove.
Oh, Lord. You get the mashed potatoes and the biscuits, too?
You know I did. If I bought a 16,
oh, boy.
I got to get the fixings also, right? I mean,
I know where I'm going for dinner. Coleslaw, biscuits, man. That's a country boy's dream right there.
I do apologise. My dingoes are eating half of your KFC chicken now.
His man dingo.
Yeah, whatever. I got a shotgun on that dingo, too.
He's like, man, dingo ate my baby.
We'll have dingo stew after that then. Fine, all right. We're not going to waste poor dingo.
We're not gonna have rainbow stew. We're gonna have dingo stew. My goodness.
Right.
They waiting off the restart, by the way, guys.
Yeah, I wonder
off
if
the
that's
restart.
because Justin White may still be looking at some of those incidents before. I'm not quite sure, but he's elected that they've got to go around a couple more.
Jeff Merck is locked in.
Tyre situation,
I like the way that looks.
How's it going to be out there for tyres on T Group?
They probably all still got one set left. Some might have just went down and took tires. Let's see. Leaders on 21 lap-old tires. Jacob Reeves on 37 lap-old tires. Robert Walton, 8. Michael Larch just pitted. Jeffrey Johnson just pitted. Only one that probably took 4 tires was Josh Conner. He was on pit road for 14 seconds. The rest of them's fixing damage.
Isn't it good, Wesley, having this race analysis from inside the cockpit of Jeff Byrne? Because we wouldn't have that.
That's right.
Well, we'll try this again, man. It's great to have our buddy Jeff Merck, who is a former NASRA C.O.P.S champion and Rookie of the Year in the same season, joining us in the booth here as we're going back to green. Oh, baby. Let's do it. And you got a feeling it's going to get more crazy here before this race is over, ain't it, Jeff?
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's definitely going to be more mayhem coming. I mean, you never know, though. These guys might just, out of the blue, get it together and run it clean. It's happened before. Yeah, right?
Look at now. Dustin Clapper up to second.
Let's go,
Harry
Team
home
Disney.
from the bottom. Oh, we got trouble. Oh, is that Matthew Garrett in the wall? It is. The 19 still keeps on spinning and grinning. We stay green.
Wow.
One of the hardest corners on the track right there is that flat corner, especially coming through the gears.
Now, we were told from Jacob Reeves that he hates Phoenix. Do you like Phoenix, Jeff, or do you like this Phoenix or the old Phoenix?
I like this Phoenix. This is a driver's track. It's almost like a mini Pocono. Ooh, somebody got loose down on the apron.
Yeah.
It's like a mini Pocono. All the corners are different. If you miss one, the worst one you mess up on is what's the one right before the start-finish line. If you mess that corner up, it just kills your whole lap. So.
Are you aware of that they didn't let you know that earlier on our stage 1 winner Joel from Caulfield had his steering wheel literally fall off in the pit road, so that's why he dropped to the.
Really? I heard something about he had some sort of issue, but I wasn't really sure what the issue was.
Caution.
Here it is,
Joshua.
yellow flag 11. Joshua Suss and Mr. Restrictor Plate Brian Chew going around.
Oh, not Chewy.
Wow, another caution. Boy, oh boy. Here's a look at a replay. By the way, replays presented by Pulse Poppers. Dean Hopton, you blame it on me. I think I jinxed it. I was bragging about how great the race was and how everybody was minding their P's and Q's, and now it seems like they just fell off the wagon, if you will. The spoke came off the wheel.
Yeah, well, I kind of said at the start there, Wesley, if we get a couple of great.
Yeah, 96. I don't know if he overdrove the corner there or had some beef.
That's Jackson Wade, isn't it? Yes.
Oh, wow. Jackson Wade and Suss got into each other earlier, if you remember.
Ooh, we gonna have beef then? No, it was Wade.
I don't want to say it was a beef. I think it was a racing incident. Let's look here again and see.
Just over.
I don't know. Left rear.
He was gassing it up pretty good there. Let's listen to the throttle. Listen for throttle. I don't know. I don't know. I think he was waiting on it.
I don't know if it's intentional or not, Jeff Burke, but I can tell you one thing: Wade didn't lift.
Yeah, but if you look, rewind that back a little bit, Dean. Look right under his right hand. If you look right under his right hand from cockpit view, you can watch his RPMs. His RPMs never changes, so he doesn't gas it up to get into him.
Yep, if you lift, you're dead.
Yeah, you can.
That's the rule.
Yeah,
Motor racing.
Yeah, especially here, kind of a short, medium, intermittent track. You can't really. I don't know if you could really. I don't know if the broadcasters are supposed to put their input into it or not, but I didn't see anything intentional there, because normally when you turn somebody, you'll see the RPMs raise 200-300 RPMs right before you touch them. So I never really saw that. So on to the next one.
All right, well, buddy, we'll try this again, and we will get ready for a restart. And Tristan Bruce still up in front.
Come on, T. Brucey.
20, closing in on 20 to go. 21 remaining as the pace car drops back onto the pit lane. Brucey Clapper right there alongside. Then you've got alongside the 23 and the 63, row 2 on back with Cody Knott. Cody Knott had issues earlier, Dean, remember? He's up to third. Holmes in fourth. Mongold with problems earlier, back to fifth. All these drivers ready to battle it out. Stage 1 winner, Cofield is in 8th. Bruce, Stage 2 winner in the front, trying to get every point needed to go to the championship 6 as we go back to green in the TLC restart zone at Phoenix.
Oh, side by sword and back, Matt Holmes.
Cautioned it out again. Matthew Garrett. Tony Bolson involved. Caution out.
Cautions breed cautions.
Yellow out again. Man.
Yeah, that's kind of a product of this track. Late in the race, there's nobody really wanting to give anything up, and you're all going off into that was net code for sure.
We're not allowed to use that word on the air.
We can't say that word. We can't say that word.
Oh, you can't say that word? Okay.
There was a. Will cancel my membership if we use that word.
Okay, my apologies, iRacing. That was not that word. It was a different word.
Todd Burke just said, "Oh my God."
Oh, yeah.
Oh God! Right in the door.
Oh wow! Look at this. Oh man, Michael Larch got airborne. He was bicycling the car over the driver's side of the other machine. Watch this again. Watch the. Look at it! Wow! Oh, over the 19.
Yeah, that was the predictive what they call it, where they were going to touch you regardless, and it kind of sometimes just turns you before you get there.
By the way, I'm understanding the 96 of Jackson Wade has been removed from the race. He is disqualified. So Jackson Wade, multiple laps down, a hindrance on the racetrack, I guess, and he has been DQ'd. Dean, why I say that, put the points up, my friend, while we're under yellow flag. That's very important. Wow.
That's big news for That's big news for Tristan Bruce. That's definitely going to help him. Isn't he battling Clapper as well?
Jackson Wade, yeah, the man that's 14 points up.
Think about guys. Besides, well, even Jeff Merck is out. I mean, that's why he's in the booth. For everybody in the top 12, Dean Hopton, they have all in some shape or form been called up with an on-track accident or they're out of the race.
Yeah, it was the big one. Remember
Wow.
that Jeff Merck caused earlier? No, kidding. He was the one. He nearly took out Trishan with. No, that was, we know that was cause and reaction from multiple cars of that one. I don't make that decision. Justin White makes that decision.
And I actually went back and watched that. I think that was more. Yeah, did he come up and door me? Yeah, but we saved it. And then Larch, went down below the yellow line to get to pass us all. And then he's really the one that started that wreck. But I mean,
Let's try this again, right? Let's try it again. And real quickly, by the way, we're under 20 to go. Here's a quick side-by-side from Premier Racing Setup. Says, again, mention NASRA in checkout. 15% off of your order. 15% goes back into NASRA's pocket. And you get a discount as well. Premier Racing Setups for the TLC Cup Series. Presented by Premier. And the ServPro 150 after the 12th caution comes back to the green. PB, Tristan Bruce on the launch again over everyone. Back of their way.
Yeah, Bruce is really good in every corner but that last one. He's been telling me all night he's been overdriving that corner. If he could just back that last corner up a little bit and hug that yellow line, maybe, just maybe, he'll sneak into the playoffs or the championship race. Who knows?
Definitely trying everything he can. And remember, by the way, if he wins this race, he wins 2 wins in a row. But remember, Dean Hopton, as we close in on 15 to go for Tristan Bruce, Dustin Clapper second. He's under attack now for the bridesmaid spot. It's Matt Holmes looking high and looking low in the 5, into 3.
Yeah, Matt Holmes is really going to take his time. He's a very patient driver. He's not somebody that's going to dive bomb you. He's going to set you up.
He's won a couple of times this year in the 5. But Dean, as we say that, dude, Tristan Bruce, he can win, but he needs points. I'm trying to think, if he wins tonight, it's shades of what he did last week. He accumulated 29 points.
Yeah, we come down to 15 as well, too, so if we're going to make any moves. Well, he's making his moves up front there. Caulfield's one I'd keep our eyes out there, because, this man won stage 1. He was super quicker around here at the moment. If he can get past Cody Knott, Matty, and Justin up the road there, he's going to give Tristan Bruce a run for his money for sure. First of all, he's got to dispose of Cody Knott. He's up 13 places. Solid drive here from Bossman.
Look at how far Cofield was into smack of the outside safer barrier. He was a man on a mission. Another driver up in Sparks. Broadfoot under attack is Johnson down to the inside. And now we got 13 laps to go here at Phoenix, Jeff.
Yeah, 13 to go. This is when the rubber's really good. When you're really going to have to bear down on the wheel and grip it a little bit tighter. Got to stay relaxed. Just run your line. I just don't know what car has damage, which cars doesn't. I know Brucey said he got some damage, but I don't know how much damage he has.
Right.
Clapper really seems to be on the attack right now. So we'll see what Brucey can do with it.
And a little bit of beef out there in the chat, please. Just keep the beef just friendly if you can. Remember the race decision was made by race control and not us up in the booth or anything like that. We just have an opinion, but race control look at things at a lot different perspectives than we do.
You better tell them it ain't our fault. We didn't do it.
Yeah, we don't have any. The people up in the booth have nothing to do with race RC's decisions, for sure. Even though I've made some poor choices on the tracks at times, but I don't have my racing hat on anymore. I'm a broadcaster now, so let's cut up some slack.
With failure, you can accept responsibility.
Yeah, exactly.
Here comes Caulfield. I think I've got a sneaking suspicion that Caulfield may be able to bring this one to T. Bruce. If Clapper doesn't start to make a move on T. Bruce soon, I think, but there's Andrew Orlowski. He's back in there. That's fantastic there for the 11. Danny Hamilton throwback.
A lot of you are going to have to wreck the 23 to lose this race. I think that man is definitely just focused, if you will, Jeff Merck, to try to do all he can to put that green and black money line machine in victory lane. Here it comes the Clover. 23 to the line from Denver, and now 9 to go here at Phoenix.
Yeah, he's definitely going to make that car hard to pass, especially in these closing 9 laps. But while I got a second, I know his dad, Trip Bruce, said he watches this sometimes. I'd like to thank him for the tickets and stuff at Daytona. That was a great experience. So I thank the Bruce family for that. That was awesome. But Brucey, get up on the wheel. Cofield isn't coming.
Look at this.
Yeah, get up on the wheel and definitely make some quick moves because Cofield, remember, he needs to win a race. He's outside the cutoff line as well. Just back in from vacation. This is really, I believe, with 7 to go, Dean, going to really shake up the points ladder to decide what 6 drivers will be racing for a championship.
Oh, yeah, you're going to have to get out your calculator and start crunching some numbers on this one. The drivers will be when they get the 7 laps done and dust under the belt, or perhaps more if we do go into a couple of green, white checkers and so forth.
And Cofield also has 9-lap newer tires than the 2 cars in front of him.
Oh, wow.
He's on a rampage right now. Do you reckon he can get T. Bruce?
With the 9-lap newer tires, it depends on how big a fight Clapper puts up. If Clapper really holds him up, makes him burn his tires up, then if I was the 2 cars in front of Cofield, I'd be looking in my mirror, watching where he's running, and I would put my car in his way. Give him 30 air.
It's time to be blocker, as you say, right? 5 to go when they come in the line. 5 laps remaining. Tristan Bruce trying to win to make it into the championship 6. He needs all the points he can. He won last week. And right now, Clapper right behind him. Cofield is right there. Alsuski with problems earlier. He's right in the top 5, and Tiffany also.
Tiffany's just been a little bit back there, so as we got that big shout out there from Robert. So go Tiffany, go! There he is. So he's in a position there. If nothing happens up the road, he can certainly be one of those cars crossing the line. We've seen this before, big ones towards the end of it. But whether or not Clapper can hold off from Cofield at the moment, this is allowing T. Bruce to get up the road there with 4 to go. This battle is helping him, but Cofield wants to get past Clapper. Clapper's fight tooth and nail. I told you he's not going to give up that position. He certainly isn't easily.
Jeff, is it just me, or is the outside lane the faster lane? That's why Cofield can't get around him on the bottom when they come to 3 to go now.
If you know how to drive it, you can definitely get bigger runs off the corner on the high line here, especially out of 2 and 3, I think it is right here, or 1 and 2. Dogleg 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So yeah, you can definitely. Brucey is loving this in his rearview mirror, looking back, seeing this.
Wow.
Oh, if they don't wreck each other.
Now, Alfurski's in the dogfight. And both Tiffany's tops. Ready to
Brucey, that's what you like to see.
2 to go at the line. 3 wide for second. Behind them, Tristan Bruce says you guys are wrecking. Cofield's in the wall. Olszewski keeps it in the gas, and we still stay green.
And Bo Tiffany's a P3. Is Andrew.
Let's get to the white flag, Brucey.
To the line, this time by the Darrens, Detail and Shine. White flag in the air. 1 more to go. Final time. Tristan Bruce. Can you believe what we just saw? Jeff Burke, won't you bring us to the finish, my friend, for your buddy?
See, coming out of, I think it's 2 and 3 down the back straightaway. All he's got to do is this last. I mean, he could clutch it and coast home here. 2 wins in a row. My buddy Tristan Bruce from North Carolina. Black and white checkered in the air. That away, baby. Let's go, Tristan Bruce. Good job.
Battle, Tristan Bruce. 2 wins in a row. And is it enough? Points-wise, we go to the championship 6. My prediction, I think Dean Hopton, yes.
Yeah, well,
this man is on another level than anyone else last week and this week. When your back's against the wall, Jeff Merkin, you've been there before in the C.O.P.S series. When you won the championship and the Rookie of the Year in the same year, you will do any and everything you can to win the championship, and that's exactly what he's trying to do right now.
1,000%. When the big trophy's on the line, you will do just about anything to win it. And sometimes you have to do it. So, man, 2 wins in a row. He is on a roll. I definitely would look forward to racing him for it next week if he is in it. And there'll be no teammates next week.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That's probably going to go all out the window. Jeff Mark, thank you for joining us, my friend. Good luck next week at the championship finale at Auto Club.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's Jeff Mark. And Dean, wow, that changed everything. And you knew how, you know, Look at how far Cofield fell back. That's crazy that we saw what went down the way it did. But when it's all said and done, Tristan Bruce has put himself in the victory lane. Is it enough to go to the playoffs? Now, I will tell you this. Our intentions before we go off the air is to get with the NASRA Cup Series officials, Justin White and the race directors, and hopefully Dean Hopton be able to unveil who the 6 drivers are before we sign off tonight from Phoenix.
That'll be Justin White probably sitting there crunching some of those numbers. We'll give him that time to do that while he's going to go through some of those reviews late as well. And we'll have a chin wagon, of course, to T. Bruce, Justin Clapper, and Bo Tiffany. What a solid drive from Bo coming back there. I got to give it to Justin Clapper as well, too. How's that for defensive driving 101? He did not want to yield that position. He certainly didn't yield that position. Caulfield sneaks that P4. Jacob Reeves slice and dice his way back up through the
finish of the race, Dean Hopton, is under review.
Okay.
And they are looking at the finish of the race right now. And in addition to that, we will be guaranteed knowing who the 6 drivers are that will be fighting for the championship when this race is over. And Jeff Merck, we do know you're one of them.
The other 5 is up in the air, but we know who one is for sure.
Well, you know, I know that this is iRacing, Jeff, but we've said this honestly, man. For a lot of these guys, this is probably some of the closest to racing level competition they're ever going to get to. What's the moment right now that they're going through? We're going to grab the podium in a moment. What are these guys thinking right now on pins and needles, wondering, did I make it in? Did I do enough? Can I go one more race to go the distance to try to beat Jeff Merck for a championship?
Yeah, they're just setting back that one moment, like if you fall just short, which the last 2 seasons, I think, in the Truck Series, I've looked back at one moment that's always knocked me out of the final 6 or 8 or whatever it is, that I could go back and find a penalty that I couldn't keep my mouth shut and something stupid on the track. And that's what knocked me out of racing for another championship. So now that's what you do. You go back and you find that spot in your head that you thought about all season. If I wouldn't have done this, if I wouldn't have done that. And right now you're just waiting because you don't know either. You don't know, you're not keeping track of all the points. You're just sitting there waiting. Okay, where's this guy at? Where am I at? What am I doing? Where's this at? Where's that at? And then all you can do is wait for the points to hit and see if you made it.
There you go. Well, guys, we are going to take a break. But first, we need to look at the unofficial results here tonight of the ServPro 150. Here it is. Tristan Bruce is the winner. Justin Clapper will finish second. Bo Tiffany will finish third. Jonathan Cofield, he's got that War Eagle momentum going for Auburn, and the Alabama driver will finish fourth. Is it enough to advance? We'll find out. Jacob Reeves with a top 5 finish. Andrew Alzewski, Matt Holmes, Jeffrey Johnson, Cody Knott, and Brandon Schumann. Dean Hopton, the top 10 when the checkered flag fell here tonight in the ServPro 150 at Phoenix.
Absolutely. This is going to be one to stick around for. Believe it or not, almost 50 of you are going to be sticking around for that. And please do, because we need to find out how it's all going to pan out, of course, for the big one coming up. And, of course, we have to thank our sponsors first. So don't go anywhere.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. You got a outdoor lighting, landscape lighting system. Maybe we installed it. Maybe it was there you inherited in your house and you want to upgrade it. Now's the time to give us a shout. We'll come out and take a look, evaluate what you do have, tell you what you could have. Give us a shout today for all your outdoor lighting needs. We'll talk to you soon.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
The unveiling of a half dozen drivers will be unveiled in just a matter of moments, but we still have a matter of business to take care of here for the penultimate race in season opener number 1 of the NASRA Cup Series, presented by TLC Incorporated and Premier Racing Setups. Dean Hopton, Jeff Merck joining us in the booth. Now, we know one driver that's going to the Championship 6. And that's Jeff Merck. Obviously, he had some problems, fell out of the race after crab walking. Cattywampus finishing in the top 20 or something like that. But anyhow, we know that Jeff Merck will be in the Championship 6. The other question is, who will the other 5 be? But the man that joins us now is the winner. Man, I'll tell you what, Tristan Bruce. Tristan, you did what you needed to do last week. You did it again this week. I'm tallying up the points, 29 in total, unless I'm missing numbers here. You literally, and I said this in the booth, you were on a totally different level than anybody else the last 2 weeks. What does it mean to you to make it to the Championship 6 if you do it?
Yeah, I mean, I really hope so. I guess we're about to find out here in a second. But no, just these last 2 weeks, I've needed to be on my absolute best, my A game, and that's what I've shown. So yeah, tonight was a really strong race. Loved the setup. Everything about it was good. Honestly, I didn't expect to hold all the guys off after the big one when I got caught up in, and Justin too, Clapper. So good job to him. But yeah, I thought my race was over there. I got pretty loud on the radio, and apologize to Jacob Rees for that. But yeah, just I really hope I make it on, man.
Dean, you got anything for Tristan Bruce, buddy, or are you just kind of anxiously waiting?
I'm anxiously waiting, but yeah, I mean,
Me
Team
too.
Bruce, you almost got the trifecta here this evening. The only points that you did manage to miss out was just a
Schumann
few
just
there on the
texted
first
me.
stage, but everything else was to perfection.
I don't
So
think I made it.
you,
Yeah.
you almost now absolutely. I'd say you got say 2.91111 or whatever out of 3. So good job.
Thank you. Yeah, very, very strong night. I almost got the max amount of points I could tonight, but Cofield topped it in the first stage. But my buddy old Schumann, congrats to him for finishing top 10, but he just texted me. I might have some bad news, so I'm not sure if I just...
Yeah, if you guys are ready, I'm ready to reveal it.
Yeah,
Well, I guess we are not going to waste any time. Obviously, Mr. Justin White of the NASRA Cup Series, I will let you now do the honors of unveiling who the final 6 drivers are. We do know that Jeff Merck is one of them. Who are the others, sir?
So it'd be the 35 of Bo Tiffany,
Oh,
the number 2 of Michael Larch, the number 63 of Justin Clapper, the number 5 of Mr. Matt Holmes, the number 60 of Jeff Merck, and finally the number 58 of Jonathan Cofield will be your Championship 6. Mr. Tristan Bruce missed it by 7 points.
Wow.
oh,
Wow. Wow.
So
Oh,
couldn't have done
that
anything
hurts.
better tonight anyway. Unfortunately,
That is the whole point thing, is that you for participation, and what makes NASRA unique is that you've got to make every race of that round, and if you miss one, you got to point your way in, and it can be done. I've seen it, but it is tough.
Yeah, it's Lowe's scheduling me on race nights. Come on.
you know
That
you can still
sucks,
come
but,
back and spoil the party when it comes to that, even though you won't be in.
I'm spoiling it next week. I'm
All right.
spoiling it.
Yeah.
Going for the hat trick.
This is why I've always
Tristan,
told drivers at the start, at the start of seasons, just finish races, just bring it home, don't retire early or anything like that, because you never know if a few points come up your sleeve when it comes to crunch time like this.
Tristan, I do got to ask you, though, man, this kind of reminds me of a thrill of victory and an agony of defeat moment for you, though, man. I mean, I know it's jubilation to get 2 wins in a row, but I guess the bigger picture you come up short with, but nobody can't say that you didn't make a valiant effort to try, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. I certainly tried my all, and it clearly showed. But yeah, it hurts a little bit not making it. But that's what happens when you join the league 4 races in and miss one in the playoffs due to work. But you can't do anything about it. So just chin up and go at it next week.
Well, buddy, before we do let you go, man, can you please thank your sponsors?
Yeah, first I just want to thank Charlotte Fence Company. They've been with me in real life for a few years now, and if you need a fence around your property or whatnot, call 704-48-FENCE. They'll get you right. Tell them Tristan sent you. But thank you to you guys in the broadcast booth. Thanks to Brady and everything he does with NASRA, and just all my family for watching tonight. Was pretty good. I definitely put on a show for everyone.
Hey, and Pookie did call your finish, by the way, your win. So, Jeff, have you got any words for Tristan, buddy?
Yeah, I just have one question.
Sure thing, Jeff.
How much of a better driver have you become since being able to race with me?
Listen, we might have to use some of Dean's beep words right here. No, it's there we go.
I can't find the photo of you two look like you're having a beef at Daytona, but
just because that was
no, it's Jeff's been awesome to race with. He's very competitive. We both have pretty much the same driving style, very aggressive. So, it helps when we're always around each other. And tonight we were able to drive around each other for a little bit and 1-2. So that was good. Unfortunate ending for his night, but he's going at it next week and I'm not. So that's all.
Well, buddy, good luck. Congratulations. And again, we'll see if you can go for the hat trick at Auto Club next week to close it out, man. There's always next year.
That's right. There's always next year. I'll be back. Thanks, guys.
Tristan Bruce with a valiant effort, 7 points shy when Justin White unveiled the top 6. He missed it. And again, he says he blames it on Lowe's. Obviously, work. I understand real life gets in the way. I understand that. But again, missing it, making every valiant effort, just coming up short at the end of the rainbow to fight for the inaugural championship. Let's grab the man that finished in second, Justin Clapper. Justin, you had a very eventful day. Pull up those sleeves and that tank top shirt you got on, man.
Whoa.
Those pistols, the guns, as Dean Hopton calls them. You had to fight and claw your way for that finish. The battle with you and Cofield for second was legendary the last 5 laps. Tell us about it. And obviously, you're taking this one here.
Yeah, practice was definitely a struggle tonight. So to finish as good as I did is amazing. I mean, this was way beyond the goal for tonight. So stoked to make the final 6, but man, it was tough holding off those tires there at the end, and just got a little tempered there about a little over the halfway mark of it's racing. Guys will stay out and stuff, but I would say the 60, the 2, Tristan and myself were probably the class of the field. So to only see 2 of those 4 cars up there at the end was kind of disappointing. Not sure what happened to the 58 there, but it was good to see him get back up there. I know he was real fast early on in the race, maybe had some technical issues or something, but made his way back up there. And man, holding him off was every bit of white knuckling and sweat dripping down my forehead.
Ding.
Yeah, the 58 was Jonathan Caulfield. Just to give you a stage 1 winner, had a steering wheel fall off. Maybe you used your big guns and you just yanked it off the car that he had. But you're fantastic.
That's a minor detail.
I have to say you were the best defensive driver on the grid here. You had the pace there, and you had hard battles, and you weren't going to lift. You weren't going to let anybody past. You say, I'm getting this position. I'm going to secure it, and you did, mate. Fantastic driving.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of been my driving style for a long time. A lot of people used to nickname me the Ryan Newman of a league until I finally got some talent, but which I still learning a lot, like even riding behind Tristan tonight, man, I learned so much. And this racetrack it's really easy to get in overzealous into the corner and overdrive. And I did everything I could to just kind of keep telling myself, okay, calm down, know your brake bias, know your mark, hit your marks every time, think bigger picture. Sometimes it's not always about passing the car in front of you, but just keep the guys behind you. So we were able to do that tonight.
Justin, you are one of the drivers in the Championship 6. What's it going to be like next week for that 63 Mania Club entry to try to fight for the title? And if a lot of people don't remember the story, after the NASRA 500 Speed Week event, you drove that same car at Daytona for the NASRA Cup Series, final race of the regular season. Put yourself in victory lane in that car in the Champions of Hope Foundation entry, and you've run the table, if you will, to now put yourself to the Championship 6.
Yeah, I mean, this was the goal to at least make it, right? So that now we get to have fun. For me, wherever we finish next week, I'm gonna have a smile on my face either way because I got to make the sponsors happy, doing what the goal was for the year of just making that final 6. And man, I'm not sure how the setup's going to be next week, but I can say I absolutely love the next gen car at Auto Club. So I'm very much looking forward to finishing second behind Tristan Bruce next week.
There you go. Well, Justin, I got one more question to ask you. Is the Friends of Hope Foundation and the Mania Club, are they ticked off at John Cena about as much as the whole wrestling world is for him turning heel, or do they still love him?
Man, I say on our social pages it's pretty 50-50. You're still some guys that are loyal, but I know in our household we're a Rhodes family, so it's Cody Rhodes till the end. Right. So adrenaline in our soul, something Cody Rhodes.
Dean, you didn't have my beat ready. You threw me to the wolves.
Oh, sorry. I got it now. That's fine.
No, Justin, buddy, thank you so much for your time, man. Please thank the sponsors, and good luck next week battling for the championship in that Chevrolet at Auto Club, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for everything you do. You guys do a kick butt job. I'll keep you from the beat button there. And Justin White for everything he does for this league. Everybody put him in your thoughts. He's got some personal stuff he's dealing with, so we want to guide him through that. And Mania Club and the Champions of Hope Foundation raising money for pediatric cancer research. You can donate today at mcchamps.org. Thanks again, guys.
Well, take care of you, buddy. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That is Justin Clapper, his Champions of Hope Foundation Mania Club Chevrolet, one of the 6 drivers going to the Championship 6 finale at Auto Club next week. And another driver, listen to this guy's story. Bo Tiffany, originally from Corning, New York, now resides in Mebane, North Carolina. That's that 40-85 split where I travel up and down the highways and byways announcing broadcasts all the time. He had a surgery where he was sidelined with a leg injury. Literally on the mend, started to make a comeback right around January. Bo Tiffany, you did what you needed to do. You're one of the drivers to fight for the championship next week. How are you feeling with the podium here tonight at Phoenix?
I was a little worried with 20 to go. I made that mistake on the restart, come down on Suss, and it wasn't his fault. I went to cut the dog leg. He didn't. We went over that in the driver's meeting. Just, you see it in the cup races, you're trying to get every inch on the racetrack, but I don't know, man. The nerves were rolling going in the night, just trying to get all the stage points we could. I know it was real close with Justin and I coming in and a couple other guys, and it's like, try to maximize stage points. Don't race too hard. And I'll be honest with you, I had that last caution. I still had damage, and I was like, I'm going to put the last set of stickers on here and see what we can do.
His last set of stickers are stuck to the track, my friend. Just overcapping, looking at the replays of a couple other laps there. You were in the fight anyway. You were in the mix. You weren't right up in the top 3 or so, but you got to be in it to win it, my friend, and you certainly will. Had Pops out there shouting you on all the way there, and fantastic result, my friend. You've got to be pretty proud with what you've achieved, not only just this race, but of course this season.
Yeah, I am. To be out for, a month and a half with surgery, and, the first couple races I came back there, I actually had a knee brace on. And, this series has not been easy. We've had a lot of competition. Everybody that's in here is incredible to race against. And I know, like tonight's a cutoff race, just like NASCAR, everybody's adrenaline's rolling and everything. And some things happen. It is what it is. I made mistakes. Other guys made mistakes there at the end. I got into the back of the 11. When they got into each other with like 2 to go, it's just, a whole lot of stuff going on. And that's just racing there.
Well, Bo, I got to ask you this question, man, because, you know, when we first interviewed you, Jacob and I, whenever you got back to racing, you were like, man, I was miserable. I needed to do something to keep my mind occupied. How is the recovery going for you? Obviously, the serious question. And secondly, you know, what does it mean after having all of the things you've gone on your personal level to be able to have a chance to try to hoist the first ever NASRA Cup championship?
Well, the problem is I'm not a couch setter. So anybody that knows me, I'm not a couch setter. I love to be active. I love to do stuff. You know, racing, it's a passion, man. And, you know, like even in the sim, you know, it still takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of practice. I have some incredible teammates, and a lot of people, like I've said this before, they don't realize what goes on behind the scenes to put all this together. And even all these guys in this league, a lot of these guys are practicing with their teammates, you know. So, you know, when you have surgeries and stuff like that, like you still have to be able to push the gas pedal. And when you're not clear to drive a street car, but you can still jump in here and learn how to modulate the throttle pedal, you know, it makes a big difference.
Well, buddy, before we let you go, please thank your sponsors. We'll see you next week for the finale.
Yeah, thanks to, you know, BNCB's, my kids' company, and, you know, my wife, my family, everybody that's out there in the chat, and everybody, you know, all my teammates that have supported me and helped me, you know, kind of make a comeback here. So we'll see what we can do. The only thing I kind of wish we'd had that win, but, you know, we've had so many podiums this season, and, you know, a couple little mistakes, you know, took away the wins, but, you know, at the end, we'll see what we can do.
What type of Bo Tiffany are we going to see next week?
Probably pretty aggressive. I got a special paint scheme for next week, so y'all will see it when we get there, and let's roll for it. That's California, man. It's one of my favorite tracks.
You want to sting your opponents, my friend. You want to put the sting into them. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, but I'm going to do it right, though. I'm not going to be that guy, you know.
And there's the thoughts, of course, of Mr. Bo Tiffany. Bo, thank you for your time. Dean, I would like for you to go back to the last restart and maybe, the last 3 laps remaining.
Let's just go through it actually on the screen there. This is still battling it out at the moment. But, yeah, you can see there's the 11.
Jeff Mark, I want to bring you in the booth here, man, because you had the opportunity to
put your cam on.
You had the opportunity to call some of this exciting action with us in the booth, and it was just mind-boggling. You know, taking it all in. If you know, going back and watching it now, would you say that, you know, everything needed to be done that Tristan Bruce or Bo Tiffany or even Justin Clapper had to do to hold off Cofield, Al Zuski, anybody in their way? Was that just good hard racing there at the end?
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're within 2 to go to the finish, you have to expect to get driven hard. If you're not expecting to get driven hard, then I'd maybe, I don't know, stick to Formula One, something like that.
This
is NASCAR, baby. We got fenders for a reason. You gotta expect to get pushed around a little bit.
That's right.
Yeah, they're crying Formula One all the time, and they go, "Oh, you touched my car," and it goes to the stewards.
Well, if I had a $300,000 front nose on my head, I'd bitch too. Somebody bid it up.
You can see this action. We'll go back on this one real quick there, Jeff, because it's bucking down rain here at the moment. But thankfully, I'm in a soundproof studio. You can see there's 3 wide action here. Can you call that one?
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at it, Clapper's on the outside, and it was clearly stated before the race, if you go below that yellow line on the dog leg, it is on you to get back up on the track cleanly.
Oh, wow.
So, and that was from RC, and I mean, he was coming, and I mean, the laps are winding down, and he's trying to get as many spots as he can get. He probably thinks he has more room. I don't think there was any intent there. I think it was just good, clean, hard racing, and he just thought he had more room up there than he really did, and it created a bit of a melee.
I will tell our listening and viewing audience that Jackson Wade is been sent to the principal's office. You know, they used to call that the Oval Office in NASCAR.
Cane in Australia for doing that back in the day. Yeah.
To the principal's office, and he's under further, I guess, review or whatever his punishment or punishments could be for what happened between him and Joshua Suss on the racetrack. We saw little bits and pieces of it, and Dean, I think the powers at NASRA believe that what Jackson Wade did was a little bit more unnecessary than would have happened, according to conversations. Joshua Suss and some other people had unveiled that Jackson Wade had it out for him. And, vendettas, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. And I mean, listen, we're just a broadcast crew. But if that type of shenanigans was going on, Dean, that's definitely not called for iRacing. Like that's what makes me not want to be a part of this sport.
Well, it's up to the NASRA officials, of course. They make those decisions. Once again, I've explained this during broadcast. They look at all the aspects, what's happened during the whole season, what's happened during the start of the race, was not necessarily captured on the pictures that we show. There could have been a little bit of door bang, there could have been all sorts of stuff that was going on, shenanigans essentially, and they review it and they come back and go, okay, this is the decision we make. That decision is final. That's their job, and they do a fantastic job at that across the board, and we respect that, and all the drivers and teams have to respect that because there has to be rules in place. Otherwise, it would just be carnage on the track. It turned into a derby. But they do a fantastic job, and they do a lot behind the scenes. And once again, you respect that. You've got to have a race control. I tell you what, there's a lot of leagues that actually broadcast that don't have live race control. So it goes to show you how much effort NASRA put in. So I absolutely respect it. If there are shenanigans that happens, they're on top of it and they take care of it.
And I've been on the other end of that too. They come down on that very hard. If they think you did something you weren't supposed to, they drop the hammer on you normally. It's not just like a little slap on the wrist. They don't do that again. They normally.
Oh yeah, we remember the beef days that you had, Def Merc. Yeah.
We've got history.
That blew
with
up
the
in the
winner
chat.
of this race.
We've got history.
Texas, Texas Motor Speedway.
But you understand that, right, Jeff?
Buddies, right?
As you said, you've been on both ends of. You've been on the other end on that situation where the officials have come down hard on you. But that's just racing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the in the racing universe is, I mean, you put out. I mean, you get back what you put out. I mean, after me and Tristan had our run in with each other at Texas, I thought he was doing something that he really didn't do. I went back, watched the replay, and I was like, well, maybe I overreacted a little bit there. But then for the next 5-10 weeks, I mean, I put it out there that, hey, this is the way I'm going to race. So he went, okay, then that's the way I'm going to race you. So every time I got around him, he didn't give me an inch, or we were banging on each other. So sometimes you put crap out, you get crap back. So that's kind of
racing, though, right? I mean, that's racing. When you racing hard, that's racing. It's one thing to be bumping and banging and racing with somebody. It's another thing to have somebody just put you in the safer barrier, just run you in the wall.
What I did, and I don't know if I ever apologized to Tristan or not, but what I did to him at Texas,
you can now.
Totally,
live on air.
Totally uncalled for. Live on air. We're good. We're really good buddies now. We talk all the time on the phone, and we met at the racetrack. We did all that good stuff. He sent
me a box of Slim Jims.
Oh,
yeah. So
I would have said you smugglers, but that would
really cool story. Really quick. I'll try to keep it short. We're at Daytona.
Oh wow.
After I think it was the duels.
The duels,
yeah. Duels. Yeah. So I was taking him. His dad had already went back to where they were staying. So I was driving him back to the hotel. And earlier he had like these little mini Slim Jims, like the little short ones.
Yeah, little small ones. Yeah.
And he's riding in the back of the car, and I go, "Hey, you got another?" And it was like instantaneously he sticks it up between the driver's seat like that. He goes, "Here." So we made a joke about it. Them sock Slim Jim, like he had one in his sock. So when we got back home, I got scrolling through Amazon.
Oh.
And I was like, there's 100 box of Slim Jims. So we sent him a whole box of Slim Jims to his house in North Carolina. It's the funniest stuff. So, he said he still has like 75 of them to go. So.
There you go.
So yeah, that's
working on it.
We're.
Hey, so listen, I got one more question for you guys that we're gonna get off the air here. Last lap next week, Auto Club. Tristan, you're not racing for a championship, but you want to go for a hat trick. Nobody this year has gone 3 in a row in the NASRA Cup Series, so there could be history made in that. Jeff Merck, you side by side. What's the outcome? What do you do? Do you help Jeff win the championship, or do you try to win the race? What happens?
I guess that's gonna be like a last lap split decision in my mind. Do I want to go for the win or do I want to push a teammate to a championship? We'll have to see. I'm not
You could
not
door him
really
into
too
the
sure
fence
yet.
and make sure Jeff doesn't.
You know what? I might right hook him
Revenge
out of
for, revenge for the old times.
I will send you a lot
You're
more than a
horrible.
damn Slim Jims if you do that.
But no, next week should be a really good race. You know,
could
I'm
win
gonna
it,
try to put
Trisha,
on a
and
show.
just say, look out. If I didn't have work commitments and I was in this league earlier, I would be taking that championship trophy that Jeff Merck thinks he's going to put on his shelf.
Yeah, damn you, Lowe's.
Yeah, damn you, Lowe's. Come on, they know
That's why I
better.
shop at Home Depot.
Oh,
Jeff, I ask you now. She on the other foot. What's going to happen?
Well, it depends. Where's my competition at?
oh,
wow.
wow. Well,
If-
we went over that
If I'm in
before.
second, if I'm in second place and we're
Remember, no, Jeff, you're right. Because you remember, you don't have to win the race to win the championship. You just got to be the highest finishing driver of the championship 6 to win the title. So that's something to think about. Yeah.
I'll put it to you this way: if he's leading and I'm behind him, pushing him down the back straightaway, white flag lap, and we're 4 seconds ahead of my nearest competition, coming down the front straightaway, I'll clutch it, kick it out of gear, and coast to the line.
Ooh.
Okay.
So
There you go.
this is live.
Because I'm
Everybody hearing that one, clip that.
guaranteed a championship. I would not do something risky to put that just to win the race.
You would risk
I
it
would
for
rather-
winning, Sean?
Right.
That's right.
You're horrible.
He can take the big. He can take the small trophy, and I'll take the big one.
Oh.
There you go.
There we
Now
go.
we hear it.
And what about your opinion?
Yeah.
You'll come back to that one, Trishan. What's your opinion on that situation?
No, that's totally fair. I really kind of forgot. You don't have to win it. You just need to, be up front of the other 5. So yeah, I mean, I'll do everything I can if I can do anything.
What if
not.
Tiffany and Caulfield and the likes there sends you a better present than what Jeff Merck did in the mail?
I'll just wreck them.
All I know is Kristen
Just
Bruce
kidding.
just chimed in and she said Slim Jims are a goner in our house. LOL. So,
Yeah, they love them. Hey, Slim Jims
Yeah.
are good, man.
all right, well, guys, thank you so much, Jeff and Tristan Bruce. Dean, our final take on everything, man. If you love, and I say this, I wish that they would have never destroyed Auto Club Speedway, because the last race that they ever had in the Cup Series was absolutely phenomenal when Kyle Busch won that race. 2, 3, 4, 5 wide racing, precision banking, great moves, put it in the driver's hands. We're going to see that next Wednesday night, and we're going to find out of 6 drivers who will be the champion for the inaugural season of the TLC Incorporated NASRA Cup Series presented by Premier Racing Setups. Your final take of tonight at Phoenix and set the bar for next week at Auto Club.
Absolutely, the bar is set really high, isn't it? And you'd have to say that's the beauty of virtual world, isn't it? We can recreate history, and in fact, we're gonna roll back history and make it even better, because I'm pretty sure it will be Wesley. Always a pleasure to share the booth with you.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. Whoever wins. May the best man win. But I will tell you this: if what they just laid out in closing became a reality, that might be a tearjerker for me. If that really does
If you
happen,
get a tear out of Wesley. You know that it's a big.
No,
call.
you're right.
Yeah, no,
You're right.
That goes to show your dedication and commitment, isn't it, into calling races, Wesley? You're not a racer yourself, neither am I. But I tell you what, we love these gladiators going around and around, aren't we? And if it's going to bring a tear to your eye, it will. It'll bring tears to some drivers. It'll bring smiles to others.
We think the world of all these guys. I mean, you always hear them all say, sometimes not even before they thank their sponsors, they always say, man, I want to thank you, Wesley and Jacob and Dean and Brady and Cody and everybody that does what they do for the NASRA Cup Series or the NASRA trucks or C.O.P.S trucks or Xfinity and the NASRA 360 Racing Network. And they appreciate what it is that we do. I know it's a service. I know it's iRacing. I always get some people snicker and laugh and say, oh, you're a real race broadcaster. Why the hell are you doing iRacing? Blah, blah, blah. I do it because I love it. And I do it because I build friendships with people. I'll say this in closing, and I've said it before, Dean Hopton. if you would have told me, before COVID that having friendships or building relationships or knowing people, getting to know people would be done via virtual computer or by messenger or social media, I would tell you you're out of your freaking mind. You're crazy. You don't know these people. You don't know who they are, blah, blah, blah. But I will tell you this, though. We do get to know these guys. We do get to see their personalities. We see the good times and the bad. We have been there during the good and the bad, the happy times and the sad times. When somebody's parents or their loved ones or if somebody's passed away, we come together, we pray together, we mourn together, and we celebrate and enjoy the happy times and the exciting moments as well. And so that's the reason, Dean, why I still love continuing announcing iRacing broadcasting. You call me the voice of NASRA as the veteran announcer, and I do appreciate that title, but it's great to work with an amazing group of people that honestly, sincerely, I can say we call friends. Even if we have rifts, at the end of the day, we're all a big NASRA family. It takes a village. I'm sorry, Brady LaBeouf, I'm stealing your words. But Dean Hopton, that's what it's about. And I think next week we're going to really see what a crazy scenario of events will turn out to be to decide who's that inaugural NASRA Cup champion. You heard it from Clapper. You heard it from Tiffany. You heard it from Bruce, who missed it by 7 points. You heard it from Jeff Merck. They want to win this championship. They know the bragging rights that are behind it. And remember, you always remember the first champion of anything, Dean.
I can't say any other words to back that up, Wesley. That was just gold. Absolute gold. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll do it next week at Auto Club Speedway. On behalf of everybody with the NASRA Cup Series, thanks as always to Bob Carr with TLC Incorporated Premier Racing Setups. Thank you to ServPro for being the sponsor, obviously, of the race and the caution flag. It was used a lot tonight. We congratulate Tristan Bruce and the final Championship 6 that will battle it out at Auto Club next week. For Brady LaBeouf and Cody Knott and everybody at NASRA, Justin White for the Cup Series. Thank you to driver analyst Jeff Merck. For Dean Hopton on production and color. This is Wesley Outland. A champion will be decided. 6 drivers, 1 race, 1 championship. Next week at Auto Club, we'll find out who hoists the NASRA Cup Series title. Good evening.